Alright, guys. Be 11. Maybe. Stream's taking a while to show up on my end, but either way, we are back. Trying to get everything up. But, yeah, season's done. I mean, it's over. I mean, to be fair, like, it was pretty much over, like, a couple weeks ago, but, like, completely done. Like, I feel like I can just straight up tell you how this finale is playing out. Like, I feel like it's over. Like, the season's done. Like, I mean, like, again, they're really hyping up the finale to where, like, maybe something crazy happens. Yeah, 100%. Alright, this is what's gonna happen. Yeah, that's essentially what's, yeah. Maria's out at 5. Easy vote. Ben's out in fire making against Kenzie. Kenzie wins near unanimously, at the end. Charlie probably gets Maria's vote. I think it's done. Like, I think the season's over. I would be very shocked if I'm wrong at this point. Like, I just feel like everything lines up too perfectly right now. I don't think this is Survivor 43 part 2. Because the thing is, on Survivor 43, no one had to edit as good as Q's. By the way, oh yeah, I forgot, we haven't talked about the Australian Survivor. Yeah, okay, this is the thing. Okay, I actually, this is the thing I noticed. So yeah, we like, what was it? I think it was even last stream. We were talking about, like, what spoilers are out there. And, again, it's been talked about that there's, like, a shot that spoils something. Yeah, I had not seen it. Like, I didn't really care enough about the preseason of this season to, like, really analyze everything. However, I think it was, like, Monday night when I'm working on my Survivor review, I literally went back and watched the initial trailer, the one that came out in the 45 finale. Just because, like, I wanted to see, like, how, like, these people, like, how I perceived them before the season started. And, like, literally in there, you see the shot. It's literally a shot of the legs of Kenzie. Who is it? Kenzie, Liz, Ben, and Maria. And like, once I saw it, I was like, oh shit, that's what people are talking about. like how did that make the edit? And like, that's the exact same shot we got in the finale, or in the preview for the finale of this episode, where obviously now we see that, like, Charlie is also there. But like, that's insane that made the cut. Like, how did that not get, how'd they not, catch on to that? Which I guess at the end of the day, again, like, how are you really gonna notice that unless you're, like, really doing a deep dive into the trailer? Where, again, like, I didn't see it the first time, around. But, like, still, that's insane, that I actually stayed there. Yeah, we'll talk about Australian Survivor. I'm very much debating on if I should do a video on it. I'm leaning towards no. Mainly because I've already, like, essentially my casting video. So I did a casting video last year, literally for this theme of Australia versus USA. And I, like, went back and watched that video, and, like, that's pretty much just what I would say. Like, obviously, like, and the thing is, like, that's tough about this too, is that, like, we just don't know, really, with US people. Like, I don't think there's even a point in, like, going through the US people that can come back, because I don't know, like, we don't know how production is thinking. There's nothing to really gauge there. Like, Australian Survivor returnees, that I could discuss a bit more. But, yeah, in terms of, like, US returnees, there's not much to say outside of, ideally, like, Johnny Fairplay will be there. Maybe Richard Hatch. Again, some of these people that we're never going to see on US again. But, yeah, I mean, like, not much to say on the US front. Interesting stuff in terms of, like, the fact that we're getting 2 seasons next year, which, fuck, but it's gonna be fun, but, like, still fuck. But yeah, I mean, like, we're getting all newbies, Brain versus Brawn 2, which, whatever. Like, really, to me, it's like, this is the, like, reason why themes suck. Like, again, like, I know people do talk about how, like, Survivor, you guys should get themes back, and, like, Australia does it right by having themes, and it's like, no, I don't think they do. Again, it's fucking dumb that we're doing Brains vs. Brawn 2 again. Like, we're literally just doing the same theme again. Again, like, literally, like, we're at the point where, like, what, 2 themes have been done twice in the first 10 seasons? But, yeah, I mean, like, whatever. Like, it's, like, it doesn't matter is the great, like, I don't care that much, but like it's also like not a good thing either to me. But when it comes to yeah, season 11, or again, that's the thing, like, is it even going to be a proper season? Because, like, we know it's a shorter season, which makes sense. Obviously, again, it would be very difficult to get, like, some of these big names from the US to play a 55-day game. Or 50-day. Oh, actually, no, it's 47 now, right? Either way. And even, like, to get Australian people back, I think it's tough. Again, like, we know that, like, production struggled to get returnees for Heroes vs. Villains. Like, I would not be shocked if they just simply can't even do an all-star season, which is the reason why they're doing this. But, yeah, I mean, like, is it going to be an official season? Is it just going to be a full-on spin-off? I guess we'll have to see, but, yeah, again, fun, exciting. Funny that it's going to be literally a year before Survivor 50, which also makes it really interesting because, like, how are they going to, like, deal with that? Like, are they going to have people, like, are people that are thinking that they're going to be on 50, are they going to accept AU? Are there going to be people that turn down AU because they want to be on 50? Like, how's that going to work? Anyway, I don't know where Q is in the play rank. I haven't really thought about it. I think he will probably just be 6 by the end. Where, like, I think Q's like an interesting player where, like, actually, I might as well just start this battle, right? But yeah, I think Q's like a really interesting player where, like, he had, like, a lot of control throughout many portions of this game, but then his end game, obviously, like, it's like he loses control in the end game, but a lot of that's, like, on his own doing. Like, he, like actively sabotages his own game, but not because of game reasons, though. It's because of his own ego and him needing to, like, him feeling like he has the weight of the world on his shoulders and that he should take the fall for, like, his team losing. And it's a weird, like, thing to process when, like, assessing the game. Now, at the end of the day, I think he would do that most times. To where, like, again, it's still something to definitely knock from his game. But again, the fact that he was able to recover from that, gets picked up by Maria. Again, if he doesn't get taken out here, he's guaranteed Final Four. Again, like, it's not that bad of a game. I mean, like, obviously, he has no win equity. That's obviously a big thing. Or at least presumed to have no win equity. I mean, we assume that. Venus claims that she thought he could win, which is the reason why they were still targeting him. But yeah, again, I think it's a tough game to assess. I think so. Straight up, I've recorded the player ranking up to number 7 already. Before last night I did. Because I was like looking at the list. I was looking at the final 6, and I feel like the final 6 are the top 6. So I recorded it. Obviously, like, I'm still leaving it open to where, like, I could re-record it and that sort of thing. But I think that's probably what it's gonna be. I feel like the top 6 is just gonna be the top 6. And I think Q probably will end up landing at 6. Is probably what it will be. I assume Liz will probably be 5th. After that's a bit rockier. Yeah, at that point it's actually kind of difficult. I mean, like, Charlie is probably almost definitely number 1. Like, I think it would be tough for him to not be number 1 at this point. Like, he would have to make a pretty big mistake in the finale. Benching 5, I disagree. The thing is, I think Ben's game is, like, being a bit slept on. Where, like, Ben's, like, been... I just realized, did I trap myself? I did, didn't I? Alright, well, that's actually really stupid. I think the question, though, is can Ben win the game? I think that's the thing that's going to be this big determining factor for me on Ben. Yeah, that's insane. Like, Ben... Ben having, like, actually voted incorrectly, that's genuinely insane. Like, I don't know how. Like, how'd you... Like, obviously, he explains it and everything, but, like, still. Ulcers 4, it was fine. It was whatever. Like, it's been a, like, fine season so far, but I just feel like there's, like, better shows going on around it. Yeah, not a split vote, so there we go. I make a joke about that in the review as well, by the way. Because by the time I So I recorded episode 11 as part of the review yesterday, and by that point I already saw the secret scene, which like was Ben talking about how it was a mistake and everything. Thoughts on Brad's run? It sucked. Like, it wasn't good. Yeah, it seems like Brad's just like kind of out of it. Thinking this was like a while back though. Out of Kenzie 2, maybe 1. I wouldn't have her 1 for sure. Like, the thing is, I don't think Kenzie's game is that good. It's not like terrible, but it's not that good either. Like, I feel like it's a very like, I don't know, it's kind of like a bottom middle tier game for me right now. Now again, we'll see what happens in the finale and how everything plays out, but I don't look at Kenzie as that great of a player. Or I shouldn't say that. I don't look at her game as that great of a game. I think Kenzie is like a very capable player. I think she is someone that probably, again, I don't love her strategic thoughts at points. I don't love her like wanting to go for Tiffany at the final 9. I think even her going for Q is pretty dumb. Like, I don't agree with like how she like maneuvers through the game, but again, it's working for her, and I think she is very good socially, which is like the thing that really matters here with her game. Okay, so not what I meant to do. Struggle between Maria and Charlie. I think Charlie has a big edge for me. It's not even close. Like, I think Charlie's by far number 1. It's not even, like, again, we've seen just so many times where when Charlie and Maria are discussing what they want to do, Charlie gets his way. Like, that was, like, pretty much every single time for first, like, half of the game. Like, I think the argument would be the fact that I do think Maria was better positioned in the game. But I think the way they actually, like, navigated through the game was a lot more impressive from Charlie's end. Didn't do a finale. Played out exactly like I thought. Was not surprised in the slightest. I thought it was like very lame, the final challenge of them having to like just hold on to the ropes and go like, I don't know, just go to the center. Like, that was pretty dumb. Was boring host. If you, I could not even tell you the difference between 2 UK hosts. Yeah, Maria makes a lot of moves that I don't think are in her best interest. Well, I feel like Charlie, for the most part, I'm trying to think, like, is there a move that I disagree with from Charlie's end?
Alright, let's do this.
Does that work? Oh, that's good enough. This is the first season where no one for the season makes my top 10 new era players. I think Charlie would probably make it. Kenzie would be on the border. Maria would be in, again, the conversation probably. But yeah, I think Charlie's pretty much the only like definite one. I think oh, I forgot about that. I was gonna put that in the title. God damn it. Oh well. Yeah, I think Q's locked for 50. Again, having just listened to On Fire podcast, like Jeff goes on to really praise Q. So yeah, I think Q's on 50, if I were to guess. Oh, I can't. Okay, well, that's kind of dumb. Kenzie wins. She's better than Marianne. Is she though? I think they're about the same. I think Marianne has like a bigger like individual move to her name. Yeah, I think it's like I think Kenzie is probably slightly better than Marianne. Yeah, I thought this was a good recovery week for her, even though again I think at the end of the day it's like is targeting Q the optimal path for her? Questionable. I mean, I'm much lower on Marianne than most people. I don't think Marianne's that good of a player. Actually, really, like, I genuinely don't think Marianne is a good player, really. I think Kenzie's definitely a better player than Marianne. I think their games are like, again, they're not that far apart. Like they're pretty similar. Where like they were never like really part of like a core grouping. Actually, that's kind of the insane thing about this season. Actually, is that I don't feel like were there any like true like solid alliances? Like was Kenzie ever in a actual like real alliance? Like she never was, right? Like she had the like group with yeah, she wasn't into six. That's what I'm saying. Again, she had the relationship with Tiffany. Again, like I guess the Yanu through just by like by the sense that like they were the three Yanus to get the merge, but again, Q was never loyal to that. Again, like she never has like an actual like real alliance in the game, which is like kind of insane. And like again, that goes for this entire season. Like I mean, like I don't think Liz really had an alliance outside of her like original tribe, which again crumbles almost instantly. Like again, the Journey 6 seemed to be the only real alliance in the post-merge. And like to be fair, obviously like there probably were alliances. We just didn't see them. Which actually is also like an interesting thing about Kenzie's edit too, is that we do get a lot of like her like bonding with people just as they go home. Like we had that with Hunter and we had that with Venus, which I noticed. Where it's like that's kind of like a weird like quirk of her edit. Journey 6 wasn't real. I mean, depends on who you. Well, actually, yeah. Like really, it was only real for Q, wasn't it? And like maybe Tevin. But yeah, from like Hunter's point of view, he was always targeting Sega. From Tim's point of view, actually, it was real for Maria initially, at least. Where Maria explicitly says like once Charlie enters the alliance that she's like wanting to go to Final Six with them. But 5-3 Kenzie. Who were the three? They get tie at Final Trial responsible. I think the only way it's possible is if the final three is somehow Kenzie, Charlie, Ben. I think that's the only path. Where like that would be a position where like it would make a lot of sense if Ben is the tiebreaker and votes for Kenzie. I think that's the only possible way it's a tie.
Better get ready.
But realistically, I don't think it will be a tie.
Let's get in there.
Let's see. I'm expecting a shutout. If it's not a shutout, I think it makes no sense. And not obviously not near like exactly unanimous, but I think it'll be 7-1. I think the only vote that that Kenzie doesn't get is Maria. Again, like her entire storyline makes no sense if she doesn't get that. Like literally, the premiere explicitly says that no matter who you're up against, you will have no chance to win, and it cuts to Kenzie. It's like I feel like that's not a thing you would say about someone that just barely squeaks out the win. By the way, also, like doing this review, it's insane how obvious Kenzie is as a winner. Which, like, again, makes me think, like, it's just too obvious. But it's like, we're at the point now where, like, it has to be it, right? Like, how is it not Kenzie at this point? I don't get where it goes wrong for Charlie. It already has. Like, the edits, like, constantly screamed out the fact that Charlie can't win. Or, like, can't win. Has no respect from the jury, I think is the more thing. Like, this one episode, we did get, like, Q and Maria talking about how, like, Charlie's a threat at the end, whatever. But, like, that's never reciprocated by anybody else. Like, literally, like, last episode, Kenzie called him the Jester. Like, I think it's been reiterated many times that, like, Charlie is not that respected by this jury. I think Jam Jam was more obvious than Kenzie. I think with Jam Jam, though, there was Carolyn, who was, like, at least a good enough backup. I don't even think there's a backup here.
What to do here?
And I don't think there has been a backup for, like, 3 or 4 weeks at this point. I already talked about Deal No Good finale. Yeah, Kenzie literally called him a dog this episode too. It's also a thing. And then this episode, Charlie has a hot girlfriend. I mean, sure. Yeah. I do find it really funny that Anthony and Victoria are still beefing. um, and yeah, I knew this was what it was going to be. I promise you won against Lexus. I do not believe this for a single fucking second. Considering, like, Tola has literally come out of the show and said that, yeah, I was tricked by Victoria to think that, like, Anthony was, like, really against me the entire time and to never vote for Anthony. It's like, this person's not fucking voting for Anthony to win the game. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? You would have voted for Anthony. When you realize Charlie's girlfriend's just Kenzie? Is that the case? Kenzie isn't pregnant. She's playing Batman. Wait, what? Do I see the backup plan? Yeah, I think that's probably what it would be. Is Australia versus the world. Which would make sense for Australia, too, because they do have, like, Survivor SA is aired there. So it would make a little bit of sense, I guess. Is Venus better than Tim? I decided no. I actually, like, it was so close. I literally changed it mid-recording. I had Venus above Tim, and then I recorded it, and I was talking through Tim, and I was like, nah, I think Tim's better. He's trying to make Anthony feel bad for his move, yeah. I think the runner-ups for the season might be decent, at least. Again, if Charlie's a runner-up, then obviously, that is good. Like, he's a good runner-up. Liz is whatever. Liz is fine. Liz isn't bad. Where again, if Liz were to go on to win, like, she's not that bad of a winner. To get Turbo and Emmanuel, I don't think that they'll go that far. I think they'll do US, SA, maybe NZ, maybe. I don't think they'll go to, like, non-English speaking countries. How long's the 46 review? What an interesting question. I barely edited it. I'm so far behind. I've been so busy recently. I was, like, really busy today, pretty much all day, until, like, 6 o'clock. Then worked yesterday. Had, like, what I have? Oh, and Monday I went, like, Monday I was also busy for first, like, half of the day. I haven't had much time. For, like, I've literally only edited through, I just got to the journey in episode 1. Mind you, I expect the review to be the same as 45. I've not had time to watch Quebec either. I've watched a couple episodes. I've not got caught up yet, though. I just got to the Denise vote. That's the last thing I've seen. I've seen Last of Us 2 pictures. There's not much to say. I mean, it's Bella Ramsey and Pedro Pascal looking like part 2 Joel and Ellie, kind of. Pedro Pascal more so. But, I don't know. There's not much to really say about it. Did you watch the Merge episode? Yeah, I remember you saying the Merge episode's good. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, I'm interested in seeing who comes back from exile. Here's nowhere Amber is the ranking of my All-Stars. I mean, you'll see on Wednesday. I believe she's 2, right? Like, I don't think it's that interesting of an answer, really. Don't hate the player? Potentially. It's on my list of shows that happen. Only 10 legs for Mace vs. Canada with 14th now. Isn't that the, like, isn't 10 legs the norm for Canada? Which one am I looking more forward to, Palau or Guatemala? Actually rewatching, I think I'll have more fun with Guatemala, but I think Palau is the one I need to rewatch more. Again, like, why would Amber be better than Jenna, Rupert, or Big Tom? Like, I don't even think there's really an argument why she would be better than them. Or why she wouldn't be better than them. Like, again, All-Stars is one where, like, she's just so clearly number 2. Like, I don't think there's any other option there. Is sewering a relationship a real term? I don't know, actually. Because I notice I do use the word sewering a lot. I don't know if that's a real term. I do that a lot. There's a lot of like phrases that I like use, like assuming it actually means something, but it probably doesn't. What was the other? There was one a while back that I ended up finally correcting myself on. But by sewering a relation, I mean like it like sinks, like, ow, it ruins a relationship. But again, that's like amongst all the winners, though. Again, this is a ranking amongst just this one specific cast. And when it's a cast where, like, essentially the entire cast was just playing to the favor of Boss Rob and Amber, it's like, what, like, where do you, like, where else would you rank her? To be honest, I probably do mean souring. Is probably what I do actually mean, but I just keep on saying sewering. Hey, what was the other phrase? There was definitely another phrase that it was like the same thing. Can I really not attack anybody? That's actually really stupid. Okay. Well. How's you channel, which includes Quebec and trades Quebec with English subs. Oh yeah, palatable. That is what it is. Yes, because I used to say platable. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, this one's further caught up than the drive that I've been using. So. Let's save this link. Fuck me, dude. I have like fucking 10 episodes to get caught up on, though.
Time to raise the curtain.
So clear, Ricker and Scissor, we're winning. Yeah. I'm too for a second, I did actually think during the finale that, like, maybe they don't win. Maybe they are, like, being this, like, team that just falls short. Not in the final leg, but, like, when they were obviously struggling with the, that one task, the what was it called? Sun surfing, wind surfing, it's wind surfing, right? Either way, with that task, like that was the point where I was like, oh, maybe they do lose here, but no, they still win. Congrats, Kenzie, for winning for 46 because Victoria being Victoria. Sure. Wait, how the fuck did he? Okay, I didn't realize he was so low on health. I did not watch Quebec. Or fuck, it's Traders Quebec. Oh, fuck me. Are you serious? Okay, that's so stupid. Yeah, I did see that. Because again, I keep a spreadsheet of all the Amazing Race, like averages and stuff. And yeah, of any season that I've watched, at least, they have the highest average by like 0.01. And yeah, they also have the highest like average like percentage, like in terms of like, I don't know, yeah, like I keep that stat of like where they landed amongst all the other teams, like the percentage of that, to which they have the highest of that by like a lot. So good on them. Except for Amnesia, Traders Quebec. I generally do not even remember what happened last episode. Or actually, no, it's the same thing, isn't it? Yeah, it's still the last one that I watched is still the one where like MJ almost got voted out and everything. How many people in Days do I expect to be on Australia versus? I'm probably, if it's shorter, I would say probably 30. I don't know, probably between 30 and 39 days, I would say. And then people probably around 20 at that point, if that is the case. I did see that Boss Rob Ray said that he's not going to do it fast, so that's something. I'm not gonna just out of the blue rank the 5th placers at this point. Maybe later in stream I would do that, but not right now. Where's 46 new era ranking? Probably 3rd. Maybe like. Is it better? Like this or 41? I think it's a bit tough. But I think 45 is still number 1 by like a good chunk. Let's see. Okay, I should move here for 1. 45 is very consistent. Yeah, 45 is like probably like just in terms of consistency, probably like one of the most consistent seasons of all time. Like I don't think there's like that terrible of an episode. Like I guess like the Kendra boot would probably be the worst episode there, but like I feel like every episode like had like something there. And yeah, 46 is like one of the least consistent. It's like probably one of the biggest dichotomies between pre-merge and post-merge. Where like I think the only like good pre-merge episode is episode 1. Well, post-merge, I think outside of Mergatory, every post-merge episode's been good. Banu Jack pre-merge. Kind of. I mean, like, I don't know if it's necessarily Banu. Like, Banu himself, I should say. Obviously, like, I think him being there and him, like having to survive an extra episode than he did, and the fact that there was, like, again, longer episodes and almost nothing to really show for it. I think that's the biggest, like, damning thing there outside of, like, not, like, the fact that, like, just Banu was there and got a lot of content. Gem episode's fine, but it's not good, though. Like, it's like, passable. Okay, that's bad. Oh, why did I do this? Why did I go closer? That was actually really dumb. Okay, cool. Banu in episode 3 would have been much better. Yeah, but like I think yeah, definitely. But like even then, I don't think that's like enough to save the pre-merge really. Oh wait.
I am thou.
Doesn't hit him. 46 is new era Amazon. I would say new era like. Actually, no. Caramone's not a good example. I think Amazon's pre-merge is probably actually worse. Maybe I don't know, I guess it's like it's kind of a double. Like I think it's worse gameplay wise for sure. Probably like I don't know, it does have good like character stuff from like Rob and stuff, but I don't know. Compared to Micronesia, I think that's I don't know. I think Micronesia's pre-merge is better for me personally. But it is obviously the weakest portion of the season. Yeah, Mixer Challenge is all-time great challenge. US will probably allow some US players to do Australia so they don't feel like that. I mean, I doubt that's actually on their minds. Hey, if you think Survivor US gives a shit about what Australia does, I think you're pretty misguided. I don't think they give a shit at all what Australia does. Like it would not shock me if it wasn't for the fact that Jeff just outright got. Actually, no, that isn't Jeff. I'm thinking of Rob. Yeah, actually, does Jeff Probst even know that there's an AU versus US season even happening? I would not be shocked if he just straight up doesn't even know. Or it's like, I don't think Jeff Probst gives a shit about what they're doing in Australia. Or you're comparing it to the Philippines? I think that is like a somewhat fair comparison. Just I think Philippines better, personally, but I think like at least in terms of how like the season is structured and that sort of thing. I think the pre-merge is like more entertaining on Philippines than it is on this season. It's gonna be embarrassing for Jeff if all the players who'd rather do AU than 50 if given a chance. I don't think that'll be the case though.
What to do here?
Like, I don't think most of like the big names that they want back for 50, I don't think those are people that would do Australia over 50. I think like probably one of the biggest ones that's a question mark is Jonathan. Where I could definitely see a world where Jonathan is on 50. Or on AU versus US. I don't think AU wants New Era at all. I don't think they're discriminating. I do think they're going to primarily focus on, like, older players, probably. But I don't think this is a position where, like, they're like, yeah, your New Era, fuck you. You're not on a show. Rupert, like, potential. Again, like, that's the thing. I don't know. I don't know about AU. Like, it's tough to really gauge how AU is going to cast. Because, like, we just don't know. Like, how they perceive, like, the US players. I think they're going to go for big names. But I don't think they can get many of them. Like, many of the big names, I should say. They can't get Parvati, can't get Boston Rob. I don't know if they would want Sandra again. I think Cherie will probably be there. I think Stephanie will also probably be there. I think those are two that, like, if we're looking at, like, big legends of the game that, like, would be in the running for this, I think those two are there. Fair Play, Hatch. Who else?
Show them our strength.
Okay, this is pointless. Am I stuck here? How did I get stuck here? Whatever. Get Rogue for Team US, obviously. Oh, Tina. Tina's definitely someone that they could get. I think the issue is obviously, like, having too many older women. Where, again, unlike US, which I don't think really cares that much about archetypes, I think AU definitely still does. To where, I get Tina's how old now? Tina's like, what, at least 60s, right? 63. It's like, I don't know. I think it's like a little bit rough on, like, if she is, like, cast, I think she'll be, like, the only older woman there. To where, like, I don't know if, like, Tina is that person they pick, but you never know. Malcolm or Ozzy, they're in the running, for sure. What's going on with Ozzy nowadays, by the way? Wasn't he, like, on the run for something dumb? That, like, he spread, like, an STD or something? Wasn't that a thing? But yeah, like, what is going on with Ozzy now? Natalie Anderson's possible. Venus would be funny. Are they going to air back-to-back? I know they're filming back-to-back. But I didn't hear about them airing back-to-back. Because that would be pretty insane if they do air back-to-back. Because, like, obviously, like, one is definitely going to be in the, like, typical AU slot for January. For, like, end of January. The question is, like, when is the other one? Ozzy would fuck the island, not play the game? Sure. Yeah, Purple Jacket. Purple Jacket, there's a chance. But, will she go on All-Stars 5? She'd be too busy with that. Watch fucking Michelle be on All-Stars 5. Yeah, I think half the length makes sense. Yeah, 12 episodes. Like, knowing Australian TV and everything, I think 12 episodes makes a lot of sense. Probably air over the course of a month. Which, I mean, if that is the case, then, like, we're probably looking at, like something like 32 days or something. Maybe even 30 days, really. Yeah. Because, like, again, like, Australia... Even Australia has already been doing, like, 2-day cycles for a while. Like, that's how, like, recent seasons have been 47 days when they have 24 episodes. So, like, if we're talking about, like, 2-day cycles, like, if there's only 12 episodes, then, like, maybe this is even, like, New Era length. Like, it could be just 26 days. Could be even shorter, really. Like, I don't think that's, like, out of the realm possibility. Is it 24 players, though? Are we for... I mean, to be fair, like, we're not sure about anything because it's so early on that they haven't even, like, cast or anything yet. But, like, I don't know how they do 24 players, but with the shortened schedule. Like, that wouldn't make sense to me. Like, they would have to, like, go out of their way to, like, they would have to do, like, multiple eliminations. They would have to do, like, multiple eliminations at a time. They would have to do, what was it, like, 1 day cycles, like, pretty, like, consistently. I don't know. I don't think it really makes sense for it to actually be 24 players. Yeah, music Persona's great. Opening Persia. I mean, imagine it's Ghost Island! Imagine AU does Ghost Island before 50 does. That'd be so funny. I think that'll be the one point where, like, Jeff is like, fuck you. about AU. I think it'll be so funny if 50 actually does Ghost Island. I would love that to be the case. Not because I actually want that to happen, but just because I think it's so funny. That twist they thought was so ridiculous back in season 30 is when they're like, yep, gotta do it now. This obviously makes a lot of sense. David and George are first boots? Probably. Very likely. George in particular. I think David could survive a while. I think if George does survive a while, it'll be because of pregame. Like, I'll be pretty mind blown. Okay, I used this attack already? That's kind of annoying. Shit. It's kind of an annoying map. Would David even do it again? I mean, supposedly he said yes for Heroes for Villains. So, and also, I'm pretty sure he has said that he would do it again on, like, his podcast, Shan Gus. Ferris is interesting because, like, I think Ferris wants to, but he also, like, doesn't. Like, I think it's tough with Ferris, like, because, like, he literally just got done playing and he just won. Where, like, I think for him, it's like, do I really want to do this again so quickly after? But, okay, yeah, this is not a great spot. But yeah, I think he would want to do it. I don't think he, like, realistically, like, I don't know. Well, we'll have to see. Like, I think it's not great timing for him. Would Haley do it? Probably not. Don't know. Actually, how long? Did she have her kid already? At least if she hasn't had her kid already, then, like, absolutely not. I think she has, though, right? Or has she not? Oh, no, she has. Okay, she has. I don't know. I think it'll be interesting. Kirby will be there, I think. Shawnee could definitely be there. Because I think Shawnee's, like, the type of person that's probably just going to say yes every time. I think she also just had a kid, right? So, oh, let's see. Interviews from last year, what's this? Australian Survivor players who are keen to play again. Let's see. When was this? This was... Okay, this is after his Villains films. Yeah, Pia Miranda I knew says no. Yeah, he said, so David says, I don't think it'll happen, but never say never. When asked about international season, in particular. Haley, never say never, but right now I'm preparing for a wedding. Again, pretty much what I expected. Mark, it's hard to ignore international season, W Survivor Olympics, so Mark, I could see being there. I don't know if they're, like, dying to get Mark back, but I think they also do like Mark, so. Lee, I suppose I could go one time around. I mean, like, yeah. I think Lee's definitely possible. Sharn, dude, like, fucking everybody gives, like, a fucking one-line response. Sharn gave, like, 4 paragraphs. I don't know what it feels like to have my torch snuffed. Not that I ever want that feeling, obviously, but I'd love to play again, obviously. Alright, I'm actually kind of surprised by that, to be honest. I did not think Sharn was someone that was, like, dying to play again. We should actually play an international all-star season. Alright, yeah. Baden... Why was Baden asked? Like, did they just, like, ask every winner and every runner-up? Is that what this is? Because Baden is not making this fucking gas. Like, I think you're insane if you think Baden from Chance Contenders 2 is making this gas. And then watch him actually make the cast. Brad Reese more likely for AU or US? Probably AU, to be honest. George, I think is like an obvious yes, right? Nothing would excite me more to play a season of US Survivor. Yeah, okay. Shay, obviously love to play again. Not surprising. Luke, I think I can often come up to say no. Alright, so Luke's back on board. Which I had been expecting more recently. Even though, like, for a while he was saying no. But then, yeah, like, I did notice, like, more recently it seemed like he was more apt to. Brooke says it would be near impossible to say no to playing again. I think she just had a kid, right? But, never know. Lockie, however, I think it'll be more likely. Okay, so Lockie says yes if it's an International All-Star season. Nick has already said yes. Like, online. Tarzan, they asked Tarzan? Like, what do you think Tarzan will say? Obviously, Tarzan's saying yes. Daisy said yes. Thank God Daisy said yes. Abby says she would do it again. Lydia would do it again. Phil, what was Phil asked? Like, I like Phil, and I would like Phil to actually get a shot, but, like, why of all people did they ask Phil? Like, that's such a random person. Oh, no, who died? Oh, Yusuke died, shit. Ian coming back? I think this is a shot, for sure. I think the thing that's also weird about this is that, like, are there just gonna, like, there's probably gonna be season 10 people on there, right? So, it's like, really, it's like, yeah, I feel like it makes the, like, predictions for us even harder.
Let's go.
The fact that, like, it's very likely that, like, 2 or 3 spots are gonna go to people that we don't even know who they are at this point. Oh, he blocks that?
Show 'em what we got. All right, let's go.
JT a lock? No, definitely not lock. Definitely possible, but not lock.
So it's my turn.
Okay, wait. So I need him?
Behold the proof of my determination. Come forth, my other half.
It's not really worth it.
Sona, Zora.
Simon, me, and Q need to make an alliance. That'll be good. Simon's very likely. Q is not going on fucking Australia. Q's almost locked for 50, but he's not going on Australia. Razor's Run is airing after. Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that probably isn't the case then. Yeah, because that's something that we do know, is that it's expected that Australia versus AU, or Australia versus US is first. So yeah, actually, yeah, you're right. I completely forgot about that. Does Suri give a fuck to do it? I think she does. I mean, Suri's been, like, very open that she would play Survivor, like, again in a heartbeat.
Out of my way.
She'd never play Big Brother ever again. But yeah, I think she'll definitely be in the running. I'm ready for Survivor 50 to be 4 tribes to 5. Like I already said it's gonna be 4 tribes to 6, and one's gonna be purged. I genuinely actually expect that to happen at this point, by the way. Like, I think I've convinced myself this is actually happening. Like, that's actually gonna be start of Survivor 50. Is 4 tribes to 6, one gets purged, goes on edge of extinction. Like, I think that's the opening of 50. Oh, AU asked Bruce. They could. Definitely possible. I don't know how the contracts work necessarily. But, actually, no. Sandra was on, like less than a year after Winter War, right? So, it'll probably be fine. And, like, to be fair, like, Network 10 is owned by the same parent company as CBS. So, like, I'm sure it wouldn't be that hard to work around. I think AU will ask a lot. I think is the thing that makes it tough. I think AU's going to ask, like, pretty much everybody that they can. Because yeah, we already hear reports of like them saying that like, oh, we don't know if we can get a cast or whatever. To where it's like, I think they're gonna ask everybody. I think actually I should swap out Yusuke or Ryuji for Morgana. I think we'll do that. I should probably do Velvet Room. Bradley, I doubt it. Imagine Brianna Varela. Again, Colleen's not gonna play a 26-day game of Survivor, let alone a fucking potentially like longer than that game of Survivor. For less money, mind you. And also, that's gonna be something that you have to factor in too. Is like who's gonna be willing to play Survivor again for less money?
It's nice to travel by train.
Because again, the prize is gonna be at best $500,000, not even guaranteed to be $500,000 if it's a shorter season. Obviously they'll get appearance fees for sure, and the big names will obviously get a decent like amount. But I mean, yeah, it's definitely going to be less of a payday than what they would typically get on US. I feel like. Dom on AU. I do wonder, is Dom more likely for AU than he is for 50? I don't think that's like that far-fetched to think about. 5 tribes to 6, 2 tribes get purged. I mean, that's definitely possible too. Do I want this? I see you later, biggest party. Yeah, straight up, I should not be streaming super late today. I probably will anyway, because again, it's me. But I really shouldn't, considering I actually have to be up at 7 o'clock in the morning tomorrow. To where, like, I'm at the point where, like, should I just, like, not even try to go to sleep? I think that's probably where I'm at. Which means I'm going to be completely fucked tomorrow, but whatever.
Wait just a moment.
Thoughts on 40 spoilers? Yeah, we haven't talked about that. Yeah, again, spoiler it for Sean's 40. Very surprised, Car is out. That's so disappointing. Like, it looks like it's Jenny's game to lose, right? On the women's side of things. Choosing the one night I'm off on Thursday and stream at a good time. I mean, who said that? End stream and sleep? That's not gonna happen though. Like, even if I wanted to sleep, I would not be able to sleep.
What would you like to do? What would you like to? Which persona will you? Are you finished?
Yeah, I guess Tori is also a bit brutal.
It's nice to travel by train once.
Is 41 higher or lower? I remember the rewatch. It's about the same. Like, I definitely had like a lot of takeaways from it, but I think like in terms of its placement, it's around the same. What am I doing? I'm driving my parents to the airport. Well, I'm driving my mom to the airport.
It's nice to travel by train.
Tomorrow morning.
What would you like to do? Would you like to create a...
Which, like, to be fair, like, if I wanted to, I could take, like, a short nap after that. Before I go to work, but still. And saying that 40 was Michelle's first final. Oh, final, okay. I read that as tribal, and I was like, what? Is it insane, though? I feel like...
Are you
yeah,
finished?
I think that's pretty much what I expected from Michelle. I don't think I expected Michelle to make many finals. Is that worth it? Many attacks also hit unit one square to left and right. I guess that's okay.
Is this for one moment, please?
Hire on Aurora as a character. Like, not really. I mean, like, I don't know. Yeah, sure. Like, she's had some fun moments. Yeah, she's still like an elite character of the show. No, but she's good. Rumors are that Jenny Banana. Oh yeah, I did see that. That is a rumor out there, which that would be kind of funny.
What would you like
Because that's literally just Total Madness again.
What would you like to do? Which persona will you choose?
Yeah, I think Jenny winning is like pretty much like locked in. I'll be very shocked if that's not the case.
Like to do?
From the men's side of things, like if it's Bananas, like again, it's disappointing because again, I don't want Bananas to win. But it's also like at least it like is satisfying story-wise. For him to like really up his legacy by winning like season 40. I actually I saw this clip. I found this so funny. The clip of Anthony reacting to himself. Dude, I fucking like. I genuinely love Anthony as a character. Like it's just like he's just like again, just his overconfidence, but like just the way he like hypes himself up is just like so funny to me. Wow, all these are shit. That's shit. These are all shit. Yeah, look, they're all bad.
What would you like to do?
If Bananas wins, he's probably better than CT. Probably. At that point. Like, obviously he has more wins than CT. He literally wins the season, like, after CT comes back.
Would you like to create a weapon?
Yeah, like, wins, like, yeah, pretty late into his career here. Which, I mean, too far, CT does too. But, like, so, I don't know. I think at that point, like, it would definitely be, like, yeah. I think I would have to very much consider it. Ebenezer Jordan wins. There to go. Yeah, too fair, Jordan too. If Jordan wins, then that's obviously, like, a massive boost for his legacy, too. Well, I can't do any of these. I guess I'll do that one.
Select a persona. Please read this.
Imagine if Derek Chavez wins. That'd be so funny. I would actually like that in the sense that it's just so like out of left field. But I imagine like he does win. There's actually serious conversation. Is Derek Chavez the GOAT? Like that would be funny. It's supposed to be so unlikable. I mean, I think she's a fun TV presence. I think she's like an extremely hypocritical person, but again, she makes for fun TV because of how chaotic she is. But again, she is a complete mess. Is this worth doing? This actually might be worth doing.
Are you finished? What would you like to
fuck
know?
off.
What would you like to do? The awakening of a new... Are you finished?
Wrong one. More bitter juror, spicy beer Carla, definitely spicy.
What would you like? What would you like?
Like I think
would
there's
you
an
like
argument
to
that like
create
spicy
a
is like the
weapon?
most bitter juror like of all time.
Are you finished? What would you like to do? Which persona? What would you like to do? Which persona will you choose?
Decreases damage received from 4 target. Okay, that's actually bad, but whatever.
What would you like to do? Do you wish to perform a fusion? Now then.
She could be on every
your
Big Brother
decision.
season? Sure. Thought the perfect dark still being alive? Why? Why is it still alive? I think that's the bigger question mark. Prevents infection from ailments. That's kind of bad, but okay.
Is this Please wait just a moment.
Even without bitterness, I think, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think that's why, like, for me, the Bailey win's like a lot more palatable. Because again, it's not like Bailey played like a bad game on her own right, and like I think there's definitely like reasons to vote for her over Anthony. And again, like I think taking out like the bitterness of V and everything, like yeah, I think Bailey still wins anyway. I think it would have been a bigger like question mark if Lexus won.
Which persona will you choose? Are you finished?
But yeah, with Bailey winning, I don't think it's like as upsetting. See, Venus kind of spoiled the episode and then deleted a tweet. What'd she say? I did get the sense from her exit press that Q and Maria were not long for the game.
Which persona will you choose?
Did she like explicitly say something on Twitter? I'm playing Disney Speedstorm. Interesting. It's fun. Yeah. I think that's what you would expect from that sort of game. Lexus didn't play a bad game, I think, but for me, the thing with Lexus is that like everything Lexus does, Anthony does better. Like essentially Anthony, like everything, like I think with Lexus, for me, it's like if she gets to the end and wins, it's a lot more palatable if she's not against Anthony. Because I think in the comparison to Anthony, she essentially just does whatever Anthony does. she like enacts whatever Anthony wants to enact. So again, I give her a lot of credit for enacting those things, but still like the plots that Anthony created to begin with. So like I think if she were to win against the person who actually like did like a lot of the legwork, I think that's like not as I don't know, satisfying.
What would you like to do? Would you like to create a weapon?
BB Can 12 at a very BB19-esque Final 3. Did it though? I don't know. Like obviously Anthony's the Paul, but I don't know, I think Bailey's a lot better than Josh and Christmas. What am I doing? Not Arena. It was Haru.
Select a persona. Please read this.
Don't know if we'll keep playing past today.
You wish to withdraw this persona?
I mean, like, I feel like that's me with, like, any free-to-play game. Is that, like, I'll be willing to play it, like, for a little bit, but I'll just, like, never come back to it after, like, I stop playing it. BB Can should do US versus BB Can. It'll be fun. It won't save the series, but it'll be fun. They're not going to do it because, like, again, I don't know how it would do rating. Actually, to be fair, actually, for BB Can, they actually might do better ratings-wise. Because, like, BBUS does better ratings than BB Can. So, like, them getting BBUS people and, like, promoting it as that, like, that might actually do better for them. That's probably not worth it. Bailey's similarities to Josh. Yeah, I think Lexus and Christmas make sense. Yeah, I think Bailey's better than Josh, though. Like, I think Bailey would be, like, the equivalent of... Actually, I don't know if there is a BB19 equivalent of Bailey. But Bailey's, like, a lot more, like, active player, had a lot more control at points in the game. Or a lot more agency, I should say, at points in the game.
Are you finished?
Where, like, technically Victoria had the control, it's just that she was the one that was, like, manipulate is probably not the right term, but, like, leading Victoria, in directions that were not in her benefit. Is Elena? Sure.
Honestly feels hot.
But yeah, I haven't had any time to play games since last stream. Literally the only thing I've played is No Return. Wait, what was I doing? I already forgot. Like, what was... I did all this for something. Oh, wait, no, I need to equip, don't I?
What would you like to do?
Oh, no, I did already? Okay. Oh, I need to equip this. That's what it was. That's actually kind of tough. I think I will switch that. Wait, how do you end up having the worst?
What would you like to
give Ryuji that then.
Persona will you are you finished now then?
On sequence 10 of AC2, I'm working on getting the codex pages. Yeah, you need to get the codex pages by the end of the game. Well, actually, yeah, I forgot about that. We briefly talked about it last stream, but yeah, it's fully confirmed now. Yeah, Bailey and Ty dated before they were both on Big Brother. That's really insane. That two winners back to back had previously dated before they were ever on the show. Should I switch back to... I think I'll switch back to Ryuji, actually. Dreamcasting Australia versus America? I don't know. I don't think I care, really. Because, like, my initial cast is, like, not that far away from my, like, Dreamcast. Where, like, I think with those sort of themes, it's very tough to do Dreamcast, because, like, it's tough to gauge, like, who should be on it, because, like, there's just so many options. Which is why I don't particularly like doing casting videos where there are that many options. Where I think it makes it a lot more interesting when, like, there's, like, a limited field, and, like, through that, it's essentially, like, a puzzle of trying to, like, piece the cast together. Where this is just, like, again, there's, like, a billion people to pick from. I guess we'll do that. Thoughts on AC Shadows? It's a thing that exists. I did watch the trailer. It was all CG, so it's like there's nothing to get from it. I don't give a shit. I won't buy it at launch at least. Once it drops to like 30, 20 bucks, I'll buy it probably, play it. I'm not excited for it in any way. Like it's kind of like, again, it's like a game that I'll probably play just for the sake of it eventually, but I'm not like going out of my way to like buy it day one, play it, do a review of it like I would have. I think I've done my list of video ideas already, don't I? The battle placements. Like I think I put it there last time you recommended it. Why Tasha make the cut? Because I think Tasha could be there, and I wouldn't be like wouldn't be opposed to Tasha coming back at this point.
Show them our strength.
When Ubisoft can blame racism, review bombing to cover up the shit, yeah. Which is actually like really, like, it is like kind of dumb, like all of it. I mean, like, to fair, like anything of this sort of like all these like sort of controversies are usually like really dumb.
Great positioning, Joker.
But like, I think the fact that like Yasuke, like, so like in AC Shadows, there's like two main characters. One's a Japanese woman that's an assassin. The other one's a black guy that's a samurai that was like a real historical figure. It's like, really, it's like, I feel like Yasuke is like more of an Assassin's Creed character than the woman is. Where it's like he's like exactly perfectly fits into what Assassin's Creed used to be. Like playing around with like actual real history, and use that to create like a fictionalized world. It's like the like initial premise of Assassin's Creed like fits more so into what they're doing with Yasuke, if only he was an actual assassin, which he isn't, so it's like fuck off. But again, like I feel like him being there like actually makes like more sense. Why is episode so long? I mean, that's Australian Survivor for you.
So it's my turn.
But is that flying through All Stars? Weren't you on like episode 6 or 7 last time? Oh, that's also the thing. I got caught up on Laced Up Lauren's Survivor AU 2016 watch through, which she only got up to the Connor boot, and then like since then she's been like hung up on playing Marvel something. Marvel, was it Rivals? Was that the one? So yeah, don't know when she'll continue. To be honest, I don't really care either. I'm not like dying to continue watching AU 2016. Especially considering this is the point where the season gets bad. Because like she's at the Connor boot, so it's like, I don't know. Oh, you watched 4 episodes today? Okay, yeah, then that's quite a bit. Oh, that's actually kind of lucky. Is there a reason they don't continue Ezio's story? What do you mean? Like, they did 3 games with him. Like, it's more than, like, any other Assassin's Creed character. Wait. Let's do that. But yeah, they wrapped up his story, though. Like, there's not, like, literally, I think, like, the problem with Ezio for me is that we know too much about Ezio at this point. Like, literally his entire life is detailed. But why not continue to use the most successful protagonist? Because they want a new audience every time. They don't want to use the same protagonist. Like, the only reason why Ezio was used for multiple games is because they wanted to do one game every year. And they needed, like, to fill up the gap between AC2 and AC3, because AC3 still was in development for another 3 years or whatever. So, like, to fill that gap, they were like, hey, Ezio's a popular character, let's just shove fucking Ezio games down everyone's throats. Which is funny, considering those are, like, 2 of the best games in the franchise. But, like, they made both of them in less than a year. Each. Which is insane. But, yeah, like, those aren't even supposed to exist, really. They're simply there because, like, Ubisoft was like, hey, we could be making more money off this franchise. How much cover will I do for Australia versus America? I mean, I'll do like the normal Survivor coverage. I probably won't do much preseason stuff though. I'll do cast reaction for sure. I don't think I'm going to do a speculation video. I don't think I care enough. Again, not because I actually don't care about the season, but just because like I feel like there's not much to say about the season that I haven't already said in other things. Why was John on the season? Again, John was like popular at the time. It was like he was literally on the previous season. Like I didn't like John. But like I don't think it's that shocking that he's on, where like he's like a very like big casual fan favorite from his first run. Yeah, I'll do preseason power ranking. Kelly Wentworth, very possible. Kelly Wentworth's been very anti coming back to Survivor US, but has said that she would consider AU. So yeah. Oh wait, why did I use Ryuchi? Actually, I shouldn't have used Ryuchi in retrospect. I mean, yeah, because like she's like a big AU, like she likes AU more than US at this point, essentially. And she was talking about that when I think it was when Here's Villains was happening, actually, even before. Even before Titans vs Rebels. Watch Circles US 1, 2, and half of 3 since last stream. Genuinely losing your mind, and why are you watching it then? Like, are you watching and that's the only thing you're doing? Because I think that feels genuinely insane. Like, I think I would lose my mind too. Because, like, for me, it's like whenever I'm watching something, I'm usually like working on a video in the background or something. Like, I'm never like outside of like when like Survivor is on. And like I take like really, really detailed notes on that. Like I'm very rarely like just primarily focusing on the show and that's it. So yeah, like I think like actually like just focusing just on Circle US and watching it all in a row, I think yeah, I would lose my mind. When will AU vs America come out? January supposedly. So you have time. You'll probably be caught up by then. It's what, 7 months? More than that. Almost 8 months. Watching him at work. Okay, that's a little bit more excusable then. I think Jenny definitely for the women. Men, again, the rumor's bananas, but really, I would not be shocked if it's bananas or Jordan. I would like it to be Kylan, but I feel less confident in that at this point. Fuck, that's kind of annoying. I think we really fun if Derek wins. Again, it would be. Most likely HHH returning for 50, Chrissy. But even she's not guaranteed. I think Chrissy's the only HHH person that can return.
Don't move now.
Mr. 36 is disappointing. Yeah, I mean, it was. I don't know if disappointing is the term I would use, considering I expected it to be bad. But it's not good. I think Ben could return. Oh wait, we're talking about Ben from HHA. Yeah. I don't think he will though. Not because they don't want. Like, I don't think he would want to play Survivor again. And to be fair, he said that he doesn't want to play Survivor again. I think they would consider him for sure, but I don't think he would say yes. Like, he was like really checked out after Winners at War. But I would be surprised if he says yes, unless he's like dying for the money again. Rangers Run will air July, August. That makes more sense. Because that'll be back to what the original time slot was. To where it makes sense that they're using Australia versus US to compete against Married at First Sight. And then they're going to use the other one, the normal time slot. To where I think that's like kind of the best of both worlds from the network perspective. Biggest American lock? Probably Fair Play. Maybe Surrey. But yeah, probably like one of those sort of people. Maybe Hatch. I think Hatch like Hatch is like almost definitely on, right? Like I think I'll be very surprised if Hatch isn't on. Because like how are they gonna do a season of again US versus America? Well, the first ever US winner that like very openly wants to play again. Like I just feel like I would be shocked if Hatch isn't on. Don't want Hatch? I mean, I would be interested in it. Main thing is, I think it would be interesting to like just get a better read on him as a player. Because like again, like in terms of like his Survivor legacy, it's like again we obviously had Borneo, which is an anomaly in itself, and All Stars he had no shot to begin with. So like obviously I can assume how he would play on most given appearances, but I think it would be interesting to see him at least play one more time. Yeah, will he do the full nude thing again? He probably would, right? Which don't need that, but he probably would play into that again. Watch it bomb in the ratings? I would not be shocked. That would be about right, actually. I do wonder, actually, I never pay attention to this. What gets better ratings, Australian Survivor, Survivor US? I assume Australian Survivor, right? Because like Survivor US isn't even on a proper network, right? It's on like a cable network or something in a fucking AU. So I would assume Australian Survivor is more popular than Survivor US, right? So I actually think it makes less sense for them to do it than it does for like BB Can to do BB Can versus US. Where I actually think that makes a lot of sense for them to do international, because from their perspective, like in Canada alone, BBUS gets better ratings than BB Can. Okay, that's actually really dumb. Can I not hit anybody? Whatever. Hope 37 is a good season. I mean, obviously, I hope it's a good season. I have more faith for it though. Again, like obviously, it's filming without the limitations from COVID. Again, they brought back airport drama, at least to some degree. Like, I feel like they're at least trying with 35. Oh, is it on a proper network? I thought it was on, like, a cable network or something.
Seriously not good. Enemy reinforcements.
How many more seasons does BB Can have left in the tank?
Still have the advantage. Give it all you got.
Guaranteed, I would say, like, 2. Maybe.
Joker's hit the mark.
Like, I think it will be back. Even though it hasn't been confirmed yet, I would expect it to get renewed. I don't know how much real longevity it has. I think it's like kind of a tough spot where like, I think its ratings are fine, right? I haven't really done a deep dive into the ratings of BB but I suspect it's not doing bad. Okay, that did nothing. Oh no, I did get that guy. Okay. Okay, this is good then. Yeah, I mean, like, and like, it's such a cheap show to make that I'm like, why would they stop it? But they almost did stop it after season 5. So it's like, I don't know. Like, I don't even think, like, I don't think it makes sense for them to cancel it. From my point of view, just because, like, again, like, it seems to have, like, still a decent following. Still has, again, still super cheap to make. Again, fills out a lot of the time, like, it fills out a lot of the schedule. Like, I don't really see why they would get rid of it, but, again, they almost did, so, I don't know. Was BB Can almost canceled? Because, yeah, ratings were shit for season 5. Which is funny, because I don't believe, like, I believe they are worse now than they were for season 5, right? But obviously, like, TV has changed, where, like, TV in general gets worse ratings. But it was a big drop-off from 3 and 4 to 5, where 3 and 4 are the 2 highest rated seasons. And you get to 5, where, like, there was a big drop-off. To where I think that, like, spooked them. Try to look at the ratings. Which, I don't think they release ratings anymore. At least, it was very difficult to find ratings for BB Can 12, at least. Or for 12, 11, I mean. Actually, no, there is average viewership. Yeah, actually, it was up for BB-Can 11. That's actually really funny. It was up from BB-Can 10. Average viewership was 880,000 people. Average viewership for season 11 was 998,000 people. So almost 100,000 more people. Or no, more than 100,000 people. So that's actually really funny. Actually, yeah, it's their highest rated season since COVID. Actually, I forgot about that. Actually, the highest rated season BB Can is actually season 8. I forgot about that. That's because season 8 obviously ended early, and like obviously they didn't have as much time to get lower ratings. But actually, season 7 also did very well. Season 7 is actually number 2. I didn't realize that. But yeah, like to give context on the show though. So yeah, like season 1, 2 were on Slice, so those don't really matter. Season 3 did 1.12 million viewers. Season 4 did 1.18 million viewers, which is both like decent numbers. Then season 5 dropped to just barely above 1 million. So they lost like over 100,000 viewers from those 2 seasons. So I think that very much scared them there. But then again, got brought back. There was the big petition, everything got brought back. Season 6 was essentially back to season 3 numbers. Season 7, again, highest rated season, slightly above season 4. Season 8, again, highest season of the bunch, but because it was shorter. Then it goes back down for season 9. But again, I think at that point, it's like TV has really changed at that point. But season 9, lowest rated season up to that point, 9.4 million. Or what, 0.94 million, I should say. Season 10, lowest season, also lowest season outside of 1-2. Lowest season since they went to global, I should clarify. Season 10, lowest season of the bunch on global, 0.88. And then supposedly season 11 actually is higher than season 9 and 10 at almost 1 million. So, again, I generally don't think feeds matter when it comes to viewership. Like, I think, like, for their own, like, longevity, I think they made the right call. Like, I obviously hate it. Obviously, I don't like the fact that, like, yeah, it takes a lot away from the experience. It obviously creates less enjoyment from the overall, like, online, like, community and everything. But I think they made the right call. Because, like, I think it helps them with longevity. Because it also decreases the budget to not have constant live feeds operating.
We fight together.
So at that point, I think it makes them a lot more likely to be continued to be renewed. They didn't want the fan base to ruin BB-Can. I don't think that was ever really going to be a thing. I think the thing that could be is, like, obviously a big controversy. That would stem from stuff that happened on live feeds, to where, like, maybe that could sour people's view of the show, to where I think maybe that could be more of a reason, but... I'm Canadian, couldn't tell you anything about Slice besides BB-Can 1 and 2, yeah. I mean, like, Slice, from what I understand, is essentially like Bravo, right? In the US? Where, like, it's kind of like a fashion slash, like, I don't know, like that sort of channel.
Persona. Come.
Oh, that's not good. That's not good either. But it's still worth doing. Canada doesn't like All-Star seasons. Yeah, again, that's also since I guys that, like, just All-Star seasons just in general don't particularly do well in Canada. Which is why I don't think... Well, they don't typically do well at all for Big Brother, really. But, like, I think that is a reason why they haven't done BB-Can All-Stars. Now, Amazing Race, though, what the fuck are you doing? Basically, Amazing Race is in the spot where, like, you're already the #1 show on TV. Like, why do you, again, like, who cares about ratings at that point? Just do an all-star season. Wait, who's left? No, not intern. Oh, it's them over there. Okay. Alright, let's do that. Will Survivor US end when Jeff Probst is done? No, it won't. I think they'll, like, I would not be shocked if it gets canceled not too long after that. but I think they will try. When we're releasing more videos, you're talking about the membership. Again, when they're done. Again, like Survivor Review and Player Rank will be out early. After that, it's just a matter of when they get done. Like, so what I'm currently planning on doing, again, like I'm barely going to finish the review on time, is where we're at right now. Again, Player Ranking will probably be up on Friday or so, Friday, Saturday, when it'll be out officially on Wednesday. In terms of me working on stuff, when I'm done with the Survivor Review, the plan is to watch The Genius. Black Garnet. Like, binge through all that, hopefully get it done in a couple days. After that, I need to work on All Stars 4 review. That's the first priority there. Once that's cut up on, then you can start seeing some videos show up, because like I'll end up having to do my winner ranking pretty soon. Yeah, like winner ranking is planned for June 22nd. As for the official release. So I would say like that video being out now first week of June is probably like looking possible. Then same thing, the season ranking. Season ranking will not be that far after that. Actually, I forgot about that. These videos will actually be pretty soon. I forgot about that. Favorite Tribal Council for every season. History of DVD covers. And worst episode from every season. Those will be out pretty soon after 46. I forgot about that. Because those are already mostly done. I just need to add the 46 part of it. So I'll probably like wrap up those videos like really quickly. So those will be out pretty soon. After 46. Nisa bottom 10 winner. She's close. I don't remember exactly where I had her, but yeah, lowish. What is this? Selena Gomez reveals... Oh. That's something. I liked Wizards of Waverly Place when I was a kid. Mind you, a lot of that is because of Selena Gomez, but... but yeah. I probably won't watch it, the show, but yeah, that's cool that they're doing it. It's just ridiculous for not doing All-Stars. Yeah, I mean, like, I get it. I get, like, if we're talking about US, I get it. Especially when, again, you have 40 coming up. I would not be shocked if they do... Or I would be shocked if they don't do returnees for 40. But again, like, Amazing Race has never, like, I don't know, done particularly well with returnee seasons. But, yeah, Canada, though, I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
Wipe them out.
Yeah, Selena Gomez was my childhood crush. I would still do anything for Selena Gomez. Wizards was your shit, yeah. Yeah, I just don't think I care enough anymore. Like, even, like, I used to love, like, Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. Like, I don't think I would bother watching a reunion of that at this point. I don't think I care.
Oh, right, Joker. Nice hiding spot.
But again, it's still cool that they're doing it.
You got it.
Who they even get for 40? I don't know, to be honest. Like, I mean, like, Ricky and Cesar are probably there, right?
Down, Skull.
On.
You hit
Wipe
him.
them out.
Good job, Skull.
Actually, I don't know how they... Like, the thing is, like, Amazing Race has always been weird with, like, how they approach returnee seasons. There's always, like, very weird... like, weird choices, I feel like. To where... I don't know how they really think. To where, like... My initial assumption would be like, oh, they're gonna get like, yeah, like Ricky and Cesar, they're gonna get like Kim and Penn and like people like that. But it's like, I feel like they don't like having winners though, right? See, I don't know if they do make it on.
Cut them down.
Nice cover.
Okay, I can't do anything there.
Nice one, Inari. I commend your skill.
Okay, well, that's kind of dumb.
Toshiro.
Yeah, there's only been one returning winning team ever. Got HBO Max for Selena plus Chef. What the fuck is that? Is that a thing?
Stay strong. Support's on the way.
Oh yeah, she has a cooking show. Good for her. Like, never gonna watch it, but that is something. Team Fun, definitely possible. Face reveal dropping? Don't know. I would actually like, yeah, I mentioned before that, like, I don't think it'll ever happen on the main channel, but I would not be opposed to like actually doing proper streaming and actually having like webcam set up, like just in general proper setup. I'm just like too lazy really to do it. This is shit. No, like none of it's worth it.
So it's my turn.
Yeah, all that's pointless.
I'm perfectly ready. Now it's my turn.
That's perfect. You'll be safe there.
Whatever, I'll just do that. I mean, yeah, like technically you can see my face from like 5 years ago. And like my face from like 10 years ago.
Right, let's go. Put them up. So it's my turn. I'm perfectly ready.
Amber and Vinny proposals cringe. Yeah. Like it also felt like very rushed on the show, where like it just felt like it comes completely out of nowhere. Which like I knew it was happening because I'm pretty sure like it got like leaked. Like I saw it somewhere that like yeah like oh it was in the episode description. That's what it was. I think I saw someone talking about it on Twitter, but like yeah, it's in the episode description that like oh someone asked someone an important question. And it's like okay, well then obviously that's what it is. And like we already know that they're like engaged or whatever and about to get married. So
Okay, we're down one enemy.
Robin Corey, oh Robin Corey definitely possible, right? Actually, this is going to be a first Big Brother season since BB9 where there's no returnees on an election year. That's super random to even think about. Like, why is that even a thing that's in your mind? Oh my god, the other one's all the way over there. Okay, cool. I've never once thought about, you know what, all these returnee seasons always happen on a...
What to do here?
On a, actually, wait, this probably makes sense.
I'm perfectly
Do
ready.
this, right? On an election year. Okay, this is actually really dumb. He's just so far away.
Get ready.
It's one that doesn't move either.
So it's my turn.
I think they put Danny and Angie. Yeah, I think Danny and Angie is definitely possible.
Just a little more.
Back in the Meet the only reality proposal that wasn't fucking cringeworthy. Maybe? I don't even remember. A lot of the other ones. I mean, too bad. I barely remember Ike and Dimitri's. Like, I remember, like, Jeff and Jordan's, that was, like, whatever. Victor and Nicole's was, like, very awkward.
Now it's my turn.
It was like, she was, like, more hung up on the fact that he, like, cut his hair, right? That was the thing. Can I hit him? No, there's no way. Okay. Actually, I might as well hit this, right?
Joker, you'll be safe there.
I'll cut them down. Here's some.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, that definitely wasn't, cringy or whatever. Actually, yeah, what game pickup videos are even still up? Like, obviously, there's an entire channel of game pickup videos, but, like... Yeah, on that channel, which ones are still up? There's from 6 years ago. Saturday's video is the Amazing Race review. Yeah, I think that's the latest one on the channel. Oh, whatever. Wait, no, what am I doing? I was going the right way. Why does Quebec have 5 20-minute episodes in a row? What a question. Because Quebec TV is shit, is the answer.
I'm perfectly ready.
Oh, wait, can I not even get across? Okay, that's so stupid. Alright, well, great.
So it's my turn. Cut them down.
Alright, let's do this.
All right, let's go.
Oh, I have to fucking go at him from different sides, too, don't I? Oh, fuck off. Alright, wait, I have to go... Wait, no, how do I go this way?
Wipe them out.
Better get ready. What to do?
So it's my turn.
I love like this is like more of like a puzzle game at this point than like an actual like tactics game.
Alright, let's do this.
I even like find out how to even fucking get there. You're from Quebec and you haven't seen a Quebec show since you were in 6th grade? Well, maybe that's for the better then. It was pretty fun. Yeah, it's a good vote off. And yeah, Phoebe won too. So like there's 5 episodes a week. So there's 5 episodes a week. I believe, I don't know exactly. I believe the long ones are on Saturday, if I remember right. Like so there's like one episode that's a normal length. Like that's like a normal Survivor episode that's like an hour long essentially. And that's like a full round of gameplay. But then after that, there'll be 4 episodes that are, again, 30 minutes aired. So like 22 minutes in terms of runtime. And those 4 episodes combined will be 1 round of gameplay. Meaning that like, usually episode 1 like has the reward challenge. Episode 2 would have a journey. Episode 3 will have the immunity challenge. Episode 4 will be tribal. Like that's how it's structured. And it's shit. It's terrible. But that's how they decide to fucking structure their show. Okay, wait. So I need...
Now it's my turn.
So it's my turn.
This is so stupid because, like... Okay, yeah, so I can get him there next turn.
What to do here?
Do this.
Or wait, can I get them there this turn?
Now it's my turn.
Oh, fuck off, didn't mean to do that.
Alright.
Oh, I forgot the 5th one is like in season 1 at least. I don't know if it's in season 2, but like season 1 there was a there's also a after show that's considered like a proper episode for some reason.
I'll cut them down.
So that's what the 5th one is like a 20-minute like talk show.
Alright, let's do this. What to do here?
Right, let's go.
Don't do stupid shit like this in Newfoundland. Well,
There's only the one enemy. You've got
yeah, I know there's only the one enemy. Thank you for telling me that. I definitely didn't know that until now. Alright,
Do this.
so I need to get him there, right?
That's it, Toshiro. That place is perfect.
Oh, fuck off. I still can't fucking get hit him.
Nice cover.
Our unbreakable resolve.
Okay.
Our power as one.
Um,
I'm perfectly ready.
I already forgot how this
Better get ready.
works exactly. So, like, if I hit him,
What to do here?
like, it blocks, and then nothing else happens, right? I have to hit him from the other side? Is that how it works? Yeah, okay. That's how it works. After show 60 minutes this year. Yeah, I haven't seen any of them. Thank God. Still so mad about Purple Flick? Yeah. I mean, I think she just, like, wasn't that important to the story, is really the sum of it. And, like, a lot of her content went to Brooke, essentially. Okay, no. I need him over here, which means I need to get Ryuji to hit on this.
What to do here?
So it's my
Go
turn.
here. And we should be good, hopefully.
Witness our power as one.
Yeah, after shows are shit. From what I watched from season 1. Flick done Survivor? I don't think so. I think Flick would come back. I would guess. I don't know for sure. But I've never heard anything about like Flick being done in Survivor. Alright, here we go.
Nice work, everyone.
Over. Last time I predicted the Survivor US winner in preseason, I believe it was the great Nick Wilson. Yeah. I did get Nick and Wendell in a row. Actually, really, I believe every time I've gotten a Survivor US winner right, I've gotten it 2 in a row. Because I got Jeremy and Michelle back to back, and then I got Wendell and Nick. So yeah, now I'm getting Kenzie. So that essentially means whoever I pick for 47 is the winner, obviously. Stevie's have a chance. I think there's definitely a chance. I don't think he'll I don't think he'll make the cut, but you never know. It's possible. I think he'll definitely say yes if asked.
You're talking like a big shot. Dancing to the tune of
Mike?
absurd idealism.
We're talking about Mike? Are we talking about Mike Holloway?
Miserable woman's chains. I think it's high
Which, like, I don't include. I wouldn't include that. Went to an AMC mystery movie on Thursday. It was the most mid comedy about pregnancy. What movie? Like, what is a comedy about pregnancy? Kelly from Types of Rebels. It's actually not that far fetched, and like it would be so funny. Like, imagine like Kelly on the same tribe as like Richard Hatch. Called Babes. Let's see. Yeah, I've never heard of it. When Eden, an aggressively single woman, gets pregnant from a one-night stand, she turns to her best friend Dawn, a married mother of 2, for help. Oh wait, that's actually funny. One of the stars of it is the host of the Circle. Circle US. Yeah, did it get good reviews? It has a 100% Rotten Tomatoes score. So, I wouldn't say that's mid. Okay, how do you do this fight again? This one took me forever last time, right? You're wondering where you knew her from? Again, how could you forget the host of the Circle US? Who wasn't even there for season 6?
The awakening of a new power. Which persona will you choose?
I actually found her role in season 6 so funny. Because, like, it's clearly, like, they asked her, obviously, like, after the fact to, like, do the voiceover. And it felt like she was just bored the entire time. Unlucky cures ailments. I'm never going to use that. What's this one? That could be good, actually. This one or this one? I guess I'll do that.
One moment, please.
You want to watch this Terra Alicia's season? Well, you missed out on the greatest seasons of all time. Like, generally, I do think season 6 is actually my favorite Circle season, though. Circle US season. Or, like, I think it's, like, a season where, like, it feels like they finally got it right. Or, like, it feels like they're finally, like, figuring out, like, the potential of the show. And not being, like, so focused on, like, oh, my God, we gotta find a catfish. Which, like, doesn't fucking matter.
What would you like to do? Which persona will you... What would you like... Which persona will you choose?
Okay.
What would you like to... Are you finished? What do you
Oh, fuck off.
What would you like to do? Do you wish to perform a... Now then.
Is there anything good I can make with this? Make that. That's kind of a waste, though. Whatever. Who's the best Circle Season 3 player? In terms of, like, navigation through the game, probably Nick. But I think that's the tough thing with the Circle, to gauge, like, who's the best player when, like, the final ratings are, like, just so random a lot of the time. The catfish guy. What was his real name? I don't even remember his real name. It's Ashley, though, right? It's the what do you call it? It's the catfish name. But yeah, I can see the argument there for sure. Was it Matt? That's not what I thought it was at all. Oh, I've actually tried this already. I tried Sprite Chill. It's fine. It's actually just like, I don't know. It tastes like kind of tastes like the what do you call it? That cherry, like the white cherry, right? Is that what it's called? White cherry icy. Kind of tastes like that in like Sprite form. James' late entry, yeah. And to be fair, like for a late entrant, I think James plays probably the best like game for someone that entered the game late.
That's perfect.
I forgot how this fight works. There's 24-person cast. The 6 AU men are probably Nick, Luke, George, Harry, David, Matt Rogers. I think that's very likely. I think the issue there is that they're all white. I think Ferris. I think Ferris will end up saying yes. I think Ferris will be there.
So it's my turn.
I think that's like I think probably take out Harry, put in Ferris is I think my like initial instinct. I think most women will be POC. Who are we thinking the women will be? So Kirby will definitely be there, right? Probably Brooke. I think Brooke's definitely possible.
Right, let's go.
Is Shay like possible?
You'll be well hidden.
All right, let's do this.
I think she's like on the cusp.
Now it's my turn.
Like can't do anything. Cool. Over movie 19, does Cameron have the best chance of returning against? What do you mean? Is Garrett coming back? Probably not for this. I don't think he makes a cut of only 12 people. If it was a like a full-blown all-star season, then I think there's a shot, but not for this. Like I think when it comes to AU, I think for the men's side of things, like, I think that's pretty, like, yeah, that's pretty much it. Obviously, like, schedule things can happen, and, like, people can't make the actual season. But I think all those people are people that would say yes, and people that I could see production wanting. So, like, I think with AU men in particular, I think you're going to get some really big names.
Show them our strength.
I think it'll be interesting to see one, like, who, like, again, because who are the other women? Because I think it's a bit tough for the women. Also, actually, I would say Mark is also a consideration for the men. I think Shine would decline? I'm not sure. I'm not, like, I think if this was immediately post-Series of Villains, I think she would have said yes, actually.
You'll be well hidden.
But, I mean, since then she's had a kid, she is probably just in, like, a pretty different space in her life, where, like, who knows? But I think Shawnee's the type of person that will just say yes most times she's asked, just because, like, she's there for the money. Like, she doesn't really care about, like, actually playing Survivor, but she's there, like, for easy money, essentially. I mean, I don't think she's, like, tempted. I think she's not tempted by the AU versus US theme. I don't think she gives a shit about that. But I do think she would just, like, in general, say yes a lot of the time.
Take that. All right, let's do this.
That's it, Skull. You found a solid spot. Skull, let's
No, fuck. I didn't mean to do that. But I guess that works out anyway.
We're down one enemy.
Who's those for Rebels? Again, I think Ferris, definitely. Kirby. I think those are two big ones. I think outside of that, it's a lot of people, like, on the fringe that I don't know if they make the cut.
Well, Toshiro.
Again, when you were looking at only 12 people,
Toshiro?
like, so essentially 6 men, 6 women from Australia, it's a bit tough to fit in people that aren't, like, decently big names. Australian players do better on American? I do think they will. Like, if I were to guess, I think Australia will have the edge. Not because, like, Australian players are better than US, but because, one, I think they're getting the best of the best of AU, where I'm not sure if they're getting that with US. And obviously, like, also AU is obviously more acclimated to the AU format. like the type of challenges they utilize, like obviously like just have a better sense of how production operates. So at least like I should clarify this. I think pre-merge at least. I think Australia is going to dominate. Like end game and everything, who the fuck knows? But I think at least pre-merge, I would expect the Australia tribe to win like almost every challenge. Again, I already talked about this earlier. I think there's a chance it's even like 26 days or something. But I would expect between 30 and 39. Kelly Warner will honestly do well in the season she's on? Probably. Like, I think Kelly Warner's like perfectly acclimated for Australian Survivor.
Good job, Skull. Nice one, Inari. Your skills. Lots of shots have landed. Impressive.
Actually, imagine if Joe is on. That even crossed my mind until just now. Imagine if they fucking cast Joe Anglem. How fucking depressing is that going to be? I don't think that's out of the realm of possibility. I do wonder what Jonathan's going to do here, though. Because I think they'll definitely call Jonathan. And I wonder if Jonathan is going to say yes. And, like, just hope they can also be on 50. Rick Devens. I think Rick Devens is also an interesting spot. Because I think in Rick Devens' mind, I think he would want to be on both. Like both 50 and Australia versus America. And I don't know if, like, how that would necessarily work. Obviously, like, it works in the sense that, like, that you, what was it? Fuck, I just said complete. Like, it works in the sense that, like, timeline-wise, filming-wise, like, it should work out. Like, it's obviously, like, a year apart. So there's nothing stopping them there. But I just think in terms of, like, I don't know if, like, how much influence CBS is going to have and, like, who gets on the show. Devins would probably do better on 50. Probably, yeah. I think Devins is fucked either way. But, yeah, probably. Yeah, like, filming is in September there for Australian Survivor. 50 is probably filming in, what, June? June or July? Probably end of... Actually, wait. Yeah, June or July. End of June or early July of next year. So, again, it's around a year. Like, what is that? Technically, like, 10 months or something? Once you get Daniel De Lorenzo, I mean... Wouldn't be that shocking. She is a captain of sports, so, I mean... You would want that type of player on Australian Survivor. Yeah, I don't think Sydney's accepting. Dream AU, Christy, David, Haley, Liz, or Shawnee if she wants to play. Ferris, Nick, Brooke, Matt, Simon. Oh, I forgot about Simon. Yeah, fuck, Simon needs to be on there too. How are they gonna fit Simon there? I think Matt Rogers might be cut of the. Actually, let's think this through. Okay, of the 6 men, I think you get. Yeah, I think that's what it is. I think it's George, David, Nick, Luke, Simon, Wait, did I say Ferris already? Ferris. If I didn't, like, whatever. Wait, let's do this again. Wait, Nick, George, David, Ferris, Simon. I lost track of the other person again. Whatever. Either way, those 6 people. I think those are the likely. Luke, that's who I forgot that time. I think that's the men. I think Christy's definitely a good shout for the women. Again, there are the rumors obviously that she was close to being on Here's Your Villains. Like I feel like Christy's definitely someone that's on their radars. Again, Brooke is very likely. Kirby's very likely. I don't know about Haley. That's a question mark. Liz is currently pregnant, isn't she? Oh, did Joker die? Oh. Well, that's kind of shit. Let's look this up real quick. But I believe Liz is currently pregnant, so I feel like there's no way she's on. Yeah, literally 2 days ago, she's still pregnant. There's no fucking way she'll be on this season. Like, this is what, filming in 4 months? If she has her baby in like a month or two, I just feel like it's very unlikely she'll like turn around and do an Australian Survivor season like 2 months after giving birth. But Haley, I think, is, again, question mark. Who are the other women on that? Caroline. I don't think Caroline makes the cut, but you never know. Yeah. Australian Survivor, ask Buster Up for 50,000 if you haven't watched them. It would be fun. Would Aubrey accept? I don't think so, but you never know. Imagine someone plays AU versus US and does bad on purpose to lower the throw. That would be so funny. I would love that. Imagine Jesse is on, Jesse's on Survivor, Australian Survivor, and, like, throws. Like, literally just, like, vote me out first, or whatever. That'd be so funny. Wasn't Shane rumored to be on? I think she was, but I don't know how much I believe it. That one. At least what, Shane and Craig, right? Are also rumored. Which I would love to see Craig, but I doubt it. Did Poverty do Winners of War 3 months after the... Was it 3 months? I know it was like a somewhat quick turnaround. I didn't realize it was... I don't think it was 3 months, but it might be for all I know. Like, I thought it was like closer to like... Now, 6 to 9 months. Let's see. Does it say when she had her kid? July 2018. No, actually, no. That's like a year. That's like a year away. Yeah, she had her kid July of 2018. They filmed like around what, May or June of 2019, right? So it's about a year later, actually. Yeah, I don't think Jesse will be on AU. But again, like, it would be funny if, like, someone that is, like, a pretty big lock for 50 intentionally tries to get on AU and then, like, tries to be the first boot so they can do better on 50. Which would be an insane thing to do, but, like, it would be funny. Like, Jeff would make... No, Jeff has nothing to do with Australia versus America. Like I mentioned earlier, I would not be shocked if Jeff doesn't even know this is even happening. I don't think Jeff even gives a shit about this happening. Yeah, I mean, that could be a thing to get Shane on, but I would not want that, personally. I don't need Shane yet back, but whatever. Yeah, that is insane. The time Bailey used to date. Imagine Carolyn being on AU? Imagine. Carolyn doesn't need the throw, though. Carolyn's fine on return. I think Carolyn's probably, like, screwed endgame, but I think Carolyn's set up decently well early on, at least. Obviously, that was Fairplay's plan all along, is, yeah, I'm gonna quit on Micronesia, so I can come back on Australian Survivor, which hasn't even, like, started its run yet. Yeah, he was plotting the long game. But yeah, I would expect Fairplay to be there, right? I think it'd be shocking if Fairplay's not there. Considering, like, how openly he wants to play and how they're, like, intentionally trying to look for, like, legends. Like, it feels like Fairplay's definitely someone you get.
That's true.
I wonder how stacked the US tribe's gonna be, though. I think the tough thing about US is, like, how do you create it, like, how do you balance out the tribe? Because, like, the tough thing about getting, like, all legends for US is that a lot of them are old now. So it's, like, it's tough to have them, like, compete against, like, again, like, Ferris and, like, David. And,
thank you.
And too, for David's also in his, like, mid-40s at this point, but, like, still. And, like, to compete against these, like, again, pretty, like, physical guys and women. Like, Brooke, again. Like, it's a pretty, like, stacked field there. Even Kirby. Like, also, like... yeah, a lot of physical people on the AU side of things, where, like, you're gonna have to, like, balance it out, right?
Right.
So it's like, I feel like, again, Wentworth is a good pick there, obviously, for that. But like, you're gonna have to have more than that, right? Again, is Ozzy gonna be on? That would make sense if Ozzy is on. Would Joe be on? Yeah, Ross Vance is never coming back. That's never happening. Production hates him. He hates production. Carolyn from Worlds Apart got injured right after the announcement. Sandra commented, get better in 4 months. I mean, I don't know if Carolyn's on their radar, but you never know. Is Carolyn getting her torch snuffed on 50? Carolyn 44? Very likely. But probably not until a little bit. Like, I don't think she'll be an early boot on 44. Or on 50. I think she'll probably be like final 8-ish boot. Like the kind of like the spot of like
That's true.
Like we can't let them get to the end because they'll just beat everybody in a Jericho. I think that's kind of the spot for Carolyn. Where I think people are gonna want to work with her early on. But just like not want to take her deep. I think the same thing in like Marianne. I think Marianne's also in that position. Where I think people are gonna want to initially work with Marianne, but then also like realize that fuck we need to get her out. Towards the end. That is the thing. Carolyn could also get purged. That could also happen. What is this? We renewed this, didn't we? Yeah, I'm pretty sure we already talked about this, but yeah, I think all of them are pretty good. Like, I mean, like all of them are like whatever. Like, who cares? Because like I don't know who most of these people are. The only one I know is that Tati Gabrielle or whatever, who's on you. But yeah, they're whatever. They're fine. Oh fuck! I didn't mean to do that. God damn it. Are we at the final boss yet? By the way, it's got to be close, right? Okay, cool.
How about something more powerful?
Anything
Make
new
sure you're well
here?
prepared.
No, that's worse. That's worse. That's worse. That's worse. That's worse. All right, they're all worse.
Come back soon.
I never did skills. That's why I forgot. Even if it wasn't real, how I mean that would have been ridiculous. I even bother like looking at the list because by the time I even knew it happened, like I already knew it was fake. But I know like what Paris Hilton, Nicole Richie were on there. I know Matt Eisman was on there, which that would be interesting. And to be fair, I would not be opposed to Matt Eisman being on Traders. I think that would actually be like a decent pick. But yeah, I mean like obviously that cast is not real though. Yeah, I never watched the Uncharted movie actually. I kind of forgot about it. It's on Netflix, right? So maybe I should watch it. Is that worth getting? Oh wait, I don't have enough anyway. Okay, cool. Guess we'll do that then. Katie and Kellyanne are on All Stars 5. Yeah. And there was another person, wasn't there? That gamer said. But, not unexpected. I thought it was real in the NBC. I actually thought it was real. I don't know what the context of that. Like, I don't remember how that list got leaked or whatever. But if I saw that list, I'll be like, this can't be real, right? Because, yeah, it's just like so celebrity focused. Like, there were no like reality TV people on it, which like that seems very opposed to like what like the producers were talking about. Oh wait, I can get rid of this. Or maybe I can't because that doesn't help me at all. We watched the Uncharted movie before Sunday. I'm not. Simply, I'm just not. I would not be opposed to watching at some point, but I'm just not going to be able to watch it before next stream. Like I really need to like hone down on this Survivor review, which again is annoying because like I'm gonna be busy most of the day tomorrow. I need to finish the Amazing Race review too. But yeah, I'm hoping to be caught up on the Survivor review by the time next stream. We'll see. I don't think it's that likely, but we'll see. I talked about Shadows earlier. I don't give a shit. I mean, like, I was always gonna wait for that. I think the question now is, do I wait for Brains vs. Brawn? Actually, in reality, at this point, I think it actually will be a situation where the video will come out right before Brains vs. Brawn. Because again, my initial plan was that, like, okay, it's not going to be in the same slot as the Big Brother review, because, like, that's usually when a season is airing. So instead, I'm going to release it, like, during the summer. Yeah, currently I have it scheduled for May. Early May. Which I guess isn't summer, but you get the point. Okay, it was going to be later in the year, because I was like, okay, it'll be after the season that airs, like, from January to March or whatever. But now that we know that, okay, there's going to be a season in January, and there's also going to be a season probably later in the year, then it's kind of annoying. I think what I'm probably going to do is, yeah, like, I'll probably just make it after... Oh, dude, actually, that's weird, isn't it, now? It's all returnees, isn't it? Shit. That's kind of annoying, actually. I didn't think about that. Because I did want one more newbie group. Or at least, like, I was expecting, like, half returnees, half newbies. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's better. Do I wait for Brains vs. Brawn? Or do I do it in between? Like, I'm definitely going to do it after Australia versus US. Like, that's for sure happening after that. But the question is, do I wait until after Brains vs. Brawn also? I thought it was going to be a true celebrity cast, and it would be a smaller cast. I mean, I believe the rumor is that, like, Bananas isn't going to be on, right? Or, like, if he is on, he'll be, like, a late entrant, because, like... Actually, no, if Challenge 40's done filming now, I guess he could be on Traders 3 still, right? Is Venus lower than Soda? No. Venus is higher than Soda. Is Ricky and Caesar the greatest Amazing Race winners of all time? I don't know. I think it's tough because, like, this season in particular is, like, a very abnormal one. Like, it's one that all took place in the same location, to where, like, it's, like, locations that they would have a significant advantage in. Mind you, I do think they are very good, though. Like, I think it's very clear they are, like, very skilled at, like, a wide range of things. But I think it's tough to gauge, like, how they would do on, like, any given season. How can I not afford this? Oh, I'm literally 4 off from affording that. That's actually really stupid. I couldn't even tell you the last time I used Arena. If I do the get dated fast, yeah. But I also did the same thing with BB Can. It's like kind of a double-edged sword. Like, I think it'll probably perform better when it's, like, in the lead up to the new season. But obviously, yeah, it also gets outdated quicker, so. Okay, that's everybody. I don't need to do anything else, right? Venus higher than Randon? I believe so. I also am not sure how I'm going to release the video, too, which is weird. Because I think if I do it in between...
Samael is here, isn't it?
If I do it in between Avon US and Brains vs. Brawn, I'll probably end up actually just making it a one-parter. But if I do it after, I think I'll split it up.
Oh.
I think my gut tells me to do it after Brains vs. Brawn.
I think I finally get what it means to be scared.
Not necessarily because of the outdated aspect of it, but
In order for me to continue,
I think it would just bother me to do it after, like,
What'd you say?
AU versus US, which, while I think it probably will be necessary, like, I think, again, there's going to be some big names on that season. It'll probably end up changing the top of the list.
Pardon me. Anxiety had my mouth
I still
trembling.
also feel like, that's not a proper Season 10.
This is the last fight.
Actually, do I include the US players on the list? I didn't even think about that.
Hey, it's a little
Yeah,
early.
do I guess I do, right?
Let's put an end to all this and have a laugh about
Which
it.
I guess through that, actually, it is essentially half newbies then, isn't it? Actually, fuck, actually, that kind of actually makes me think, should I do it then? I don't know, dude. I need to figure this out, but obviously it will be for later anyway, but yeah, they would be, because they're on Australian Survivor, so yeah, they would be on the list. So actually, it makes more sense to do it then in between that
It's time
and...
to finish this.
Looks like it's making its entrance. Here it comes.
I don't know. I think that convinces me to do it before Brains vs. Brawn. Because I think at that point... Okay, so this is the bottom boss, right? Again, it's after, like, a big season. It's after a season that, like, again, will probably change the list anyway. It, again, already fits within the time frame that I would have wanted to do it to begin with. It also puts me at a number of players that, again, makes sense, for the video, where I think, like, if I do it, because, like, the problem with doing it after Brains vs. Brawn is that I'm doing it plus the 12 new US players, plus also another 24 players. Which is, like, making that video way bigger than I intended on to be. Because I always plotted it as being around 200 players being ranked. Where, at that point, that would make it, what, close to, like, 230 or so, like 225 or so. Like, that's a pretty big increase in size of the list.
Salvation. We call it sticking your big fat nose into other people's business.
Would it only be 213? Is my 200 number assuming that it was going to be all newbies? I don't remember. I remember that the number I calculated was 201. But I don't remember if that was with the assumption of half and half, or if that was the assumption of all newbies.
I will acknowledge that you are considered the strong among mankind.
Now, 213 is not a bad number, actually.
Not the norm. Most humans are frail in mind and
We have Quebec players in AU. We're not going to have Quebec players in AU. I very much doubt it. I think it'll just be... I think more than likely they will get the US people. Even if they don't, I think it'll just be US and SA. I don't think they'll branch out much beyond that. Like, I don't think they'll go to non-English language seasons. How to rank all the Nami players? Like, as players, or how they played on this season? Because that's a, like, radically different list. Also, being bottom 5% would be funny. I mean, it's definitely up there for full time when it comes to AU. Yeah, because I would only be taking consideration how he played on AU. Like, he will be towards the bottom. And that's the way it will be with the US players as well. Like, I'll be only taking in how they played on Australian Survivor. Now, again, if there's, like, a position where... Again, it would essentially be like how I handled Suri on Big Brother, on the Big Brother ranking. Where, like, yeah, I'm mostly ranking this on how she played, but obviously, yeah, there is a bit more credit I give to her just because I know how she can play, and how, like, she thinks about the game and that sort of thing, from Survivor. So it's like, yeah, there could be point, like, if like, Tony is on there, which he won't be. and like tone these like first boot and stuff. That actually that'll be a weird situation because like also you have to factor in reputation and everything. But okay, will he be higher than like a first boot on any other season? Probably, yeah. Okay, will he be at the top of the list? Obviously, no. Amber hasn't survived trial since All Stars. That is the thing. I bet I should consider Russell and Sandra had no chance of winning. 100%. Like, that'll definitely be a factor. Especially for Sandra. I mean, it'll definitely be a factor for Russell. I think that'll be something that, like, keeps him out of, like, the very, very bottom. But he also plays poorly, though. Where I think with Sandra, at least, like, I don't think Sandra plays poorly. Like, I think, like, even though, again, like, I think Sandra probably gets a bit overhyped in the edit. Like, she's still, like, is a purely affable player on that season. Like, I don't think she does anything, like, necessarily wrong. She just had no real shot to begin with. While Russell, like, does a lot wrong. Even though he had, like, nothing. Or even though he had, like, no chance of winning. Sandra got more confessions than Shay? That sounds about right. Did she? Actually, wait, let's look this up.
No matter how many times we came close to giving up, in the end, we've always stuck to our convictions.
That's actually really insane.
So if you think we're gonna
If that is the
hold
case.
your consensus or whatever you want to call it, you've got another thing coming.
Wow, that is the case. Wow, yeah. I didn't really Sandra got that many. Like, obviously I knew she got a lot. I didn't really she got that many. Like, she's more than, like, every player... Actually, really, she has more wow, I never thought about that. She has more confessionals than everybody on that season outside of Jordy, Sam, Mark, Chrissy, and Josh. Like, she's literally the, what, 6th highest confessional getter out of 24? Despite being 19th place? Yeah, that's insane. That's Australian Survivor for you. Yeah, based on how they played this season, I mean, then, like, on the player rank, it'll be, what, Liz, then, I think Hunter, right? Like, Liz, Hunter, Tevin, Venus, Soda, or no, Randon, Soda, I believe is the ranking. If we're talking about them as players in the grand scheme of things, I think, 1 and 2 is Tevin Hunter. I think it's kind of close between the two. Leaning Tevin higher, but it's a question. Then at that point it's rough. Maybe still Liz 3. Randon is a tough player to rank because I think Randon probably had a lot of potential. We'll just never see it. So it's like I don't know if Randon is 4. But then, like, probably Venus, then Soda. Yeah, Kina playing his idol is something. I mean, like, I understand it, though. I think it makes sense. Where it's like... again, he's in a spot where, like, if he survives this round, he's guaranteed Final Four. He didn't have every incentive to play it. Actually, I think it's, like... I think considering his position in the game... Yeah, I know this is Final Boss. I think considering his position in the game, I understand why he doesn't play it. But yeah, he fully thought he had a majority alliance. Going for Charlie doesn't make sense. I think it does for Q. It separates Maria from Charlie. And again, for him it doesn't matter at that point. Because like he has an idol at 5. Like for him, it's like I think he perceives Charlie as the biggest threat, and someone that's like a bit of a like temptation for Maria to pick over him. So like he gets rid of Charlie, essentially makes it likely that Maria just takes him to the end at that point. It has an idol for 5, so like positioning doesn't necessarily matter there for him. There's enough to make a top 10 Survivor players vote off idol in their pockets. I mean, there's definitely enough. Hey, it's not about the number of people. It's about, like, how fair is it to assess these people together. I have Tiff one spot higher than Hunter. I very much debated it though. I think it's so close. Okay, how does this fight work? So there's a couple enemies here.
So it's my turn. Wipe them out. Better get ready. All right. Do this. I'm perfectly ready. Now it's my turn.
So I don't actually have to defeat these guys. I just have to defeat him.
I'm a sentinel.
If Mackenzie wins, that'll be 2 robberies in 6 seasons. What are we talking about? What if they did 13 AU and 11 US? I mean, I would not be shocked.
Don't move now.
That would be so funny, though.
I'll cut them down.
And imagine they still have the tribes that way, too. They still do 13 versus 11.
My fingers are
Social Inspire won't play a factor in US player ranking. It won't. I mean, like, again, it will theoretically in terms of, like, just the... Like, it won't in terms of, like if... Nah, let's see. Like, if... what's a good example? Like, if Kelly Wentworth is there and she wins the season, that won't jump her up much on the US ranking. But... Again, I think, like, takeaways I have from her Australian Inspire game might factor in. Or again, it's kind of like what I did with like reindeer games also. Where like reindeer games again, like doesn't actually affect the Big Brother US lists, but it's like things we saw from reindeer games can inform my opinion on like how I feel like these people would do on any given season. I'm more excited for Australia versus America 50. I don't know if I'm excited for like, you know, like about the same. I don't think I'm more excited for one than the other. In terms of channel stuff, probably 50. But the thing about, I mean, like actually, they're probably both gonna be super spoiled, aren't they? So that's gonna be kind of annoying. I assume it's going to be very difficult to be unspoiled for both of them. What is this? Oh, it's Dash. Okay. Well, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Is Rob Bentley still the best SA player? Yes. Kelly's probably a good winner pick if everyone's a big name. Probably, yeah. I don't know if everybody will be... Like, I think probably, like, 8 of the 12 will probably be big names. I think there'll definitely be some, like, why are these people here sort of people. I think it will be fascinating, though, to see who they pick from the US side of things. Especially of the people that aren't big names. These again, like as much like again, Hatch being there, Fair Play being there, again, Kelly Wentworth, Suri. It's like I'm expecting those people, but I'll be interested in seeing like who are the people that like I'm not expecting that will end up being there. Who will come back from exile? My guess would be Dominic, but like, I would guess Dominic or Denise. Could be Glad. I really could be anybody, realistically. Well, I think my first guess would be Dominic. Actually, really, he's number... Actually, I don't know. Who's number 2, actually? Because I think Dominic's my number 1, for sure. Number 2's, like, kind of close. I think Audrey could be... I think all of them could come back, is the thing that's tough. I think Gladys might be my least likely. Like, least likely from an Edgic perspective. I think least likely practically is probably Denies, just obviously due to limitations. And the fact that they have to come back through a challenge. Imagine Wu. I would actually not be that opposed to Wu. I don't need it, though. Rodney. Yeah, not impossible. Shit. Hey, Ozzy I'm expecting. I wouldn't be that shocked to Ozzy.
Don't be staying there.
Like, Ozzy feels like the type of person they would get. You're between Audrey and Dominic? Yeah, I think that makes sense. Sarah Jones, imagine. I would love if Sean Rector somehow got on. It would never happen, though. Malcolm. Yeah, Malcolm definitely could be on, too. But yeah, it's not like a shocking pick, though. Yeah, that's part of why I didn't think Audrey was going home when she did, too. Because I was like, yeah, she, like, wasn't even in the episode. Vesapia. Vesapia is possible. I doubt it, but, like, at least possible. Especially if they need help diversity-wise. Fabio. Imagine Fabio. That'd be fun. Too bad. I think Fabio could definitely be, like, a what-the-fuck pick, right? Like, I think he could definitely actually be there. Christian will probably do one or the other. I think Christian will do 50. I mean, the thing is, though, actually, Christian, in terms of work, Christian has tenure now. So, it's not as hard for him to get time off. Where before, it was like, that was part of the reason why he was, like, unsure if he would play again. Because, like, he was like, well, I'm trying to get tenure and everything. But now he has tenure, so it's like... I think he's much more likely to just say yes anyway. Imagine Lisa Kiefer. Or Amy O'Hara would actually be kind of fun. Lisa Kiefer would just be the most random fucking person, though. Whether it would be the merge boo? I think Ghislaine or Jean Michel would be, like, my top 2 picks. I'm at... where I'm looking at the edit right now is that I'm looking at... Like, I think the, what the fuck? Vianney, right? That's the tribe. Like, I think, like, Mary Lou and Andre, I think are probably my top 2. Where I feel like they're getting this, like, kind of, like, Yanu 3 sort of energy there. That they're these, like, big underdogs. So I feel like we're supposed to be, like, rooting for them. Maybe Andre not as much, but... again, like, basically declining double agents, Julia Carter, imagine. Gemma Jelinski, I mean... returnee? Probably Gem, actually. I know Julia Carter was in the running at one point. I don't remember what season it was. Oh, who played worse? Oh, I mean, Jelinski probably. I have Jelinski lower. They're actually, like, kind of close, though. I think it's, like, pretty comparable. It says they were both, like, at one point in a majority alliance. I think Gem does more actively wrong. But I think Gem probably has, like, higher highs, I guess. I didn't get that far yet. But yeah, it's kind of what I was expecting anyway. I know David Forster is a huge fan, so hopefully Amy's on. We're talking about, what, Amy O'Hara? I don't think Amy. Oh, Amy Cusick, you mean? Which, Amy Cusick, there's a chance. It's not out of the realm possibility. Eliza would be fun. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if Eliza would be in the running, though. I feel like she's forgotten about? Probably, yeah. But again, I think if they are looking for like legends of the game, I think they will be. Like, I would not be shocked if she's contacted. Natalie Bolton, I think there's a shot. Question is like how like invested is she in wanting to play Survivor again? Does Amy want to come back? I don't think she's like dying to come back. He's trying to. I would not be opposed to John Hennigan on Australian Survivor. Probably not happening, but is this fight really this easy? By the way, like, is this really all I have to do, or is there more to this after this? Because if this is it, this is like kind of an underwhelming final boss. No idea who would be the final 3? I don't right now. I'm assuming like the Bayani grouping is gonna win out in the like at least the like battle at the merge. Nebo is losing finalist. I could see that. He does have a very strange edit. And the question is like, how much can you really take just season 1 as like a baseline? Where like I feel like it's like tough when like that's the only season we have. So like I feel like we can't like because like I feel like if we're making direct parallels, then like I would say like Dominic is winning this season because like he has like the Nicholas style edit. Okay. I would hope there's another phase, right? Okay. Magic got some random American athlete. Yeah, imagine it's like mostly returnees and there's just a random like non-returnee person there. Like fucking I don't know, Michael Phelps is there for some reason. Or Ryan Lochte. I guess Ryan Lochte's more likely. I'll just try to do double vote outs the entire season until final 2. If they're really gonna condense it down.
It's not over quite yet. Stay on your toes.
I literally haven't added anybody to my actual ranking for Quebec because like no one I've watched has been properly eliminated yet. Because I haven't even gotten to the Edge of Extinction challenge yet. I think in Nawa the only person that can win is Dominic or Cassandra. I would agree. That's what pretty much my ranking is. Like I think Ghislaine's like kind of an interesting spot, but like I feel like he's being set up to be taken out around the merge.
What revolution? What reform?
Well, like, if Ghislaine somehow makes it deep, then I'll be like, okay, I think he definitely has a shot. But like, I'm expecting him to be like a pretty big target during the early merge phase. I don't know where I see Sebastian. I don't know what the fuck Sebastian's doing in the game. I just think he's just kind of there.
Be gone! Be gone with your despicable flames.
Yeah, there's actually like a soda ranking. Oh, maybe eventually. But yeah, there was like a decent like chunk that I just watched where like John McHale was like not even on the show, and like it's funny because like he's such a main character for like most of the season. And there was like a 4-episode stretch where like he's not even there. This music does not match, but whatever. It's the content where people say he's unaware. Yeah, and that's I think something that's definitely like there's definitely some like negativity at points. Yeah, I don't think Sebastian's winning. Like I don't think like Ricky is winning. I don't think Sebastian's winning. I don't think Denise is winning.
Let's go.
Who else was there? Yeah, Nabil. Yeah. I already thought John McHale, but obviously now definitely John McHale. Oh wait, so how's this work? So it's still just defeat him. I'm probably gonna be. fucked if I stay close to that one.
Hit the mark!
Better get ready.
Florence. I wouldn't say Florence has like no shot at winning, but she's definitely the least likely. Well, I think she's more likely than Sebastian, but like less likely of the remaining Bayani people. Especially because like she's at least like part of that like underdog grouping that's all together, to where like I feel like that like props her up a bit. And like she had like a good premiere if I remember right. It's just that she like disappeared after that. Marilu, Marilu's definitely getting more of the focus than Florence. I think something that I do find tough to gauge, though, again, coming from, like obviously, like, it not being my primary language and everything, is that, like, I feel like it's tough to gauge, like, how entertaining some of these people are that aren't these, like, big characters. Where, like, between, like, Florence and, like, Marilu, is there really that big of a difference in terms of, like, who's more entertaining than the other? I don't get a sense that that's the case, but, like, is there just like something like lost in translation to where like there's a like obviously a reason why Marilu's getting more content? Florence is a dud. I mean, she seems whatever to me. Marilu's less of a dud. Well, there we go. Found out there's Talking to T-Bird episode of Tarzan. Tarzan One World? I haven't listened to Talking to T-Bird in forever. Like, I only listened to, like, the first season of it, and then after I just, like, never watched any of the other, or listened to any of the others. Did I learn French at any point? No. I've never taken French, ever. In terms of other languages, like, I took Spanish in middle school. I took Chinese in high school. And I took Japanese in college. And I don't remember a single fucking second of any of it. Literally the only phrase, like the only term I even remember from Chinese is Shenma. And the only reason is because it's like one letter away from being Shenmue. Which Shenma means, what? That's what it was. But like that's literally the only like word I remember. It was Mandarin.
Stay calm.
Oh, he has heal. Oh, that barely even heals you. That's kind of shit. Alright, I'll still do it.
Better get ready.
Yeah, it's fine. But like, I would say, like, just when it comes to Quebec, I would say just, like, don't. Like, just assume I've watched it. Because I more than likely haven't. Like, I'll try to be caught up by next stream, though. But, yeah, Quebec's been... I don't know. Like, I just, like... One, the links I've had haven't been, like, super up-to-date. And also, I just don't fucking care that much. So, like, I'm not, like, dying to go out of my way to watch Quebec either. But, yeah, like, I'm at the point now when it comes to, like, stuff, like, in terms of watching other stuff. Yeah, I'm caught up on Laced Up Lauren's, like, AU watch-through. Will Neff isn't watching Australian Survivor. What was the other thing I was watching? There's another thing I was watching that I'm also done with. But either way, it's like, we're at the point where, like, yeah, like, I would have more time to watch Quebec, at least. I do want to watch the Challenge spin-off, though. That's probably, like, my next thing I'm going to try to watch.
Still fight.
Should I even bother healing him? I don't think I'm going to bother. I mean that. Yeah, I copied that link. Which I saw it has up to episode 40, so... Where, like, I think the other link only has up to, like, episode 31 or something. So... Again, I'll probably watch all of them between now and then. Which could be a fucking lot, but still. What'd you say about Q? I just really praised him, talking about, like, this is how we want people to play and that sort of thing. I would very much expect Q on 50. Where I think one of the things he says that, like, I don't know if we had a complex, like I don't know the last time we had, like, a player as complex as Q or something like that. It was something to that nature. No players coming back post-merge? I mean, like, that's good, obviously. I'm trying to think, like, how's that work format-wise, then? What are they doing for these episodes, then? Because, like, they're still doing the shitty, like, schedule thing. I mean, like, the 4 episodes and all that. Like, what are they filling that up with, then? Like, I really can't hit that. Feeling Jeff really likes Maria. I would not be shocked, but he hasn't really, like, stated that yet. Or, like, I think he likes Maria for sure, but I haven't, like, gotten the sense that he, like, loves Maria. And I think same thing with, like, Charlie.
Witness our power as one. I won't miss.
2 reward challenges, 1 immunity challenge. Yeah, we gotta have 2 reward challenges. Could Jenna Lewis be on All Stars Star? Probably not. I mean, she could, obviously, but, like, I would not expect her to be there. Yeah, he essentially, said that, like, Q's, like, everything what we want, so. Like, I think Q's looking pretty good for 50. I think Tevin is probably the other person from the season that I would expect to be on 50 at this point. I think everyone else is, like, potentially, but not. Like, I think, like, Hunter is in the running. I think, like, Tiffany is probably in the running. Who else is there?
You've been knocked back. Seriously, not good.
Like, I mean, depending on how Kenzie goes, obviously Kenzie. Though again, it probably won't be great timing for her, right? How pregnant is she actually?
Get a load of this.
But anyway, again, like, again, who knows about Kenzie? Is there anyone else that's super likely? There's obviously, like, a lot of, like, like, Gem is a question mark. That's, like, potentially. Even, like, I think people are sleeping on Tim, by the way. I see a lot of people saying that, like putting Tim as the people that has, like, absolutely no shot. I think Tim definitely has a shot. Is Tim gonna be on there? No, I don't think so. But, like, again, people, like, all the tier lists are out there. I see Tim on, like, the bottom tier. Tim is definitely not bottom tier. Like, Jeff very clearly likes Tim. Like, there's definitely people from this cast that are much lower than Tim in terms of likelihood to come back. Expecting September. That's a decent enough gap then. So, you never know. I do think it's interesting to see how Jeff feels about Kenzie. Because I assume he likes her. But I think it'll be interesting to see, like, so next week on the finale podcast, again, they're going to interview, actually, are they going to interview just the winner, or is it everybody? But either way, they're going to interview, again, like, I'm assuming Kenzie's the winner anyway, so I assume they're going to interview Kenzie. I'm interested in seeing how Jeff looks at Kenzie. Because in reality, Kenzie is not that different from, like, Michelle Fitzgerald. I think a little bit, like, I think definitely better in the sense that she was, like, not, like, obviously Michelle had to get lucked out and win immunities. Kenzie hasn't really been in that spot so far. But I think their games, like, up to this point are not that dissimilar. So I think it'll be interesting to see how he reacts to a Kenzie win in comparison to the Michelle win, where, like, obviously he, like, hated the Michelle win. And I think, like, really, I think this season being co-wrong makes a lot of sense to me, edit-wise. With, like, Kenzie being, like, the Michelle and Charlie being the Aubrey. I think that's definitely, like, the vibe I'm getting here. Oh, I can't move. Oh.
Okay, Mona, give production this.
Better get ready.
That's a hit. Keep it up, Mona.
But at the same time, like, I don't get the sense that Jeff likes Charlie as much as he liked Aubrey.
Don't move.
Hit the enemy.
Who's placing Dion on fire? Maybe it is Kenzie.
My fingers on the trigger.
Yeah, if they're just gonna get the winner from the previous season, that could be a thing. It genuinely shocked me, though, that they picked D. Where, like, I not got the sense that Jeff loved D. So it's like, I don't know if this is just gonna be the meta of it, of like, oh, we're just gonna pick the previous winner, but Ben thinks he hangs out with D. Imagine, like, fucking D is in Jeff's ear saying, hey, like, Ben would be such a good host. Charlie better than Aubrey as a runner-up? Probably, yeah. Because, like, Aubrey obviously had to be, like, saved by wonky stuff at the merge.
What if...
I think Aubrey probably has, like, more... Actually, maybe it's closer than I was giving it credit for. I don't know. I think it's, like, again, Aubrey gets saved by the merge. I think that's very wonky. But also, obviously, she gets, like, unlucky at the Joe medevac. Imagine AE picks D and Wendell. I don't think D would say yes.
All right.
To Australian Survivor. Yeah, I think D is more likely to be on 50 than she is on Australian Survivor. Wendell, though, is interesting. I think Wendell will also probably say no. Like, Wendell has already, like, expressed, like, him not, like, dying to play Survivor again.
This is gonna hurt. Keep it up, Mona.
To where, again, like, doing Australian Survivor, I don't... Again, it's not out of the realm of possibility, but I wouldn't, like, expect him to be there.
Do it again.
Hey, I know D wants to come back, but I think she wants to come back for 50, not for Australian.
Wipe them out.
Target.
And also, 100%, D has never watched Australian Survivor, right?
Cut you down.
Jenna Maraska? I mean, maybe. I would assume she would say yes. Actually, I don't know. Would she? I can see Jenna Maraska also being on a massive high horse of like, oh, the Australian version is not as good as the US version. I'm not willing to do Australia or whatever. Because like she's also like one of these big people that's like, the Survivor's easier than it used to be. Like they have it good nowadays and that sort of thing. So it's like, I don't know. I could see her being like a bit of a curmudgeon when it comes to
You're on a roll.
Survivor US. Or Australian Survivor, fuck me. Sierra, I could see Sierra. I think Sierra I forgot. Did Sierra make my casting video?
Persona.
But yeah, Jenna is very much wanting to come back.
Here we go.
But I don't know if Australian Survivor is even Survivor to her, though.
Such insolence.
Here we go. Leave it to me. Keep it up, Mona.
It would be cool, though, if like it ends up being like all old schoolers.
Shots are right on target.
Amanda has a shot. I mean, like, I don't know if Amanda wants to play again. Especially, like, Australian Survivor. Well, again, I think something you also have to take into account here is, again, the fact that it's a, like, lower-scaled show with less money involved. Again, less prize money. I don't think, like, people like Amanda, who, like, barely even wants to come back for Survivor US, would, like, be dying to play Australian Survivor. Yeah, last I heard, I believe she did say she'd be willing to come back. Which, yeah, I think that was around the time Winners at War filming. But like, I don't think it's a situation where she's like dying to play again.
Do this.
Coach would be fantastic. Not sure if Coach would say yes or not. I think he's another one that, like, I think he would say yes to Survivor US. I'm not sure if he would say yes to Australian Survivor.
Wipe them out.
Direct hit.
So it's my
Boss,
turn.
you're on a roll.
Tyson's likely? I wouldn't say likely. I would say possible. I think Tyson's in this spot now where, like, I'm not sure if he would say yes or no anymore. Yeah, I think he's more likely to say no. Because, like, last I've heard is that he was, like, talking a lot about how he doesn't want to, like, leave his family anymore. Oh, wow, that killed everybody. What the fuck? Oh, wait, I'm an idiot. Duh, obviously because of the... yeah, I was not paying attention there.
Keep an eye on your health.
Okay, Ryuji's definitely dead. Yeah, I played that terribly, didn't I?
We're losing our advantage. Don't give up. I got this.
It's like, this is literally all I have left.
My turn.
Wait, why did only two switch out? Need coach on 50? Again, it'll be fun. I get 50 is just gonna be weird. I really, like, I don't know what approach they're gonna take for it. Just because there's so many they could take. But I will say, I do think coach is probably more likely for 50 than he is for Australian Survivor.
Take them down. It hurts. Here I go. Take them down.
Okay, how close is he to being dead? He should be almost dead, right?
Right on target. Here we go. That's how you do it.
But I think even, like, Jeff, though, doesn't know what they're doing for 50 at this point. Like, I think even they're, like, genuinely unsure about how they're going to approach 50.
Here I go.
Where, like, obviously, like, there are people that, like, I'm pretty sure they're confident they're going to get back. But in terms of, like, just the general, like, philosophy around the season, I don't know if they have that locked in. I think Penner would play. I think, well, I should clarify. I think Penner would play 50 if asked. I don't think he will be. But I don't know about Australian Survivor. I think that's a bit tougher to gauge. Penner is, yeah, he's up there. But last I heard, though, Penner did want to play again.
Eternal tranquility is the secret desire of all mankind.
Like, where was... I forgot. Was it... What was his last RGP interview? Because I'm pretty sure it was that.
I will purge you.
Fuck, that wasn't the last phase? That bad. Wait, well, actually, that makes sense, but still.
Look at them all.
Not a problem. Let's go.
When was his last RGP interview?
You're getting on my nerves.
Get the hell out of here.
Okay, why is it tough to... Oh, wait, there, Jonathan Penner Archives. That's what I should look up.
If you'll pardon me.
Okay, can you not, like, look up chronologically on RGP?
We need tape for the body.
Of, It's like, you look up Penner, and, like, all that comes up is, like, them talking about Cook Islands. Okay, so he did a podcast during 40. Did he do one post Stacy's death? Or is that really the last one he did? I could have sworn... Did Penner do a New Era podcast at one point? I could have sworn he did. But am I just, like, imagining that?
Finish it.
Is this actually the end, or is still one more phase of this fight? I must be imagining, like, I don't see it, so I must be just imagine that. Maybe it was Winners at War. I mean, I would not be shocked if Candace Cody's there. It actually would kind of make sense. Again, in a spot where you want to add more physicality to the US side of things. That is insane. Yeah, we're 4 seasons away from Penner's last season being the halfway point. Yeah, I also, like, yeah, once 50 happens, also the halfway point in the show is when I got back into the show.
Caused you so much pain.
So I've literally been, like, this big of a fan of Survivor for over half of its run at that point, which is weird.
I want to protect everyone that is taught
Jenny 140 doesn't mean that she's the second highest female when it comes to money after Ashley. I forgot, 40 wasn't that big of a payout, was it? But I don't know what the actual breakdowns are in terms of how much money the other women have made. But Total Madness was what, $500,000? This season would be what, 250? Or is it 400? Oh, okay. For some reason it's 250. Okay, so yeah, she'd definitely be up there, right? Donna and Alexis became besties. Yeah, I saw a lot of them hang out.
We won't let
Bailey's the second oldest woman on BB Can 12.
fire in
Yeah.
our hearts be extinguished.
Yeah, she's older than Spicy V, which is weird to think about. Boss battle. I think it was kind of lame. I mean, like, is this it? Like, is there another phase or no? Like, if this really is it, then I feel like that was not great. Like, I think looking back at Strikers, like, I thought Strikers had, like, a fantastic final boss battle. Where, like, it really forced you to play as, like, every single character and, like, really, like, plot out, like, who you wanted to use for certain fights and everything. Like, this, like, especially for a tactics game, just felt like, I don't know, just a random, like, I didn't feel like there was, like, much strategy, really, to this.
To bring peace.
Bailey looks much younger. I don't know. I think I always assumed Bailey was around 30.
We choose to fight.
But I see a lot of people say that, like, oh, I thought Bailey was like 21 or something, which is like, I don't know. That's not the vibe I got. Like, even when seeing her, like, initial video and everything, I was like, oh, she's probably like, I don't know, or at, like, youngest, like, 28. Like, I always assumed she was, like, older than the, like, typical BB Can person. Crazy than Casey. Yeah, Casey. How much did you win for Spice Alice? Oh, yeah, that is actually it.
Get it?
Yeah, that's kind of underwhelming.
The target's not showing up on my radar.
It's got a trophy.
Which means...
It means
Yeah, I don't know. I actually thought Casey would have won more than that by now. Is lame that all the final bosses in Persona 5 games are basically the same character. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that too. I mean, it's all just like a version of God, right?
Cheers on a job well done,
Let's get home. Hot coffee and curry on the house sounds sublime.
Which hey, I'm excited to play Persona 3. Again, don't know when I'll actually get to it, but I did listen to Lasers talking about Persona 3. Because he's currently playing it, and he was talking about how he looks at it as like one of the like best, like essentially one of the best games ever made. And then he likes it more than Persona 5 now. So I'm like, okay, it's good praise.
I see. I'll just need to prove it.
Like all Amazing Race COVID winners should have asterisks next to it. Not really, no. But obviously, like I think that's something to take in consideration when assessing them. But obviously, it's not like I don't think it's a thing that like like there's a shit winner because of this or whatever. Like it's like in the same way that like Yule, I guess, with like the God Idol, where it's like I don't know, it doesn't like nullify his entire win or anything, but it's definitely something to like mention.
Someone could lend me a shoulder. I can't move.
If anyone in the chat goes for Spider-Man, automatically root for him. Like I mean, I guess Bryce isn't here anymore, so yeah, probably, yeah. Now Bryce isn't in the picture. If it was Bryce, I'll be like rooting for him to lose.
Toshiro, hurry!
I would like pray for a Jelinski run.
Welcome back,
Outside that though, yeah.
Miss Lavenza.
Globally, Rick and Caesar aren't even top 10 team. I don't know, are they not top 10 team? I don't know.
Train will be departing.
I just think they're a tough team to assess because it's just like their one season is one where they spent the entire race in Spanish-speaking countries in a spot where like Cesar obviously like grew up in a Spanish-speaking country.
I wanted to do that at least.
It's like it's tough to assess that amongst a lot of other teams.
Please hold on tight.
Oh, Bryce would 100% be fun like TV. Like he'd be a fucking mess. But he would be fun at least. Yeah, I remember him getting in a fight with Bruno. Actually, is Bryce even around anymore? Like just like obviously like I know he doesn't show up on these streams anymore, but like is he like in the community anymore?
Witness to your battle. All the way through.
I know he stopped watching Survivor, right? Or at least like stopped being as invested in it.
Is most assuredly the product of not yielding in your convictions.
Yeah, doesn't watch Survivor anymore. Somebody's race 33. All your winner picks made the final. Who are my winner picks this season? Oh, it was Rod and Letitia, right? So I made a final there. Who's my winner pick last season? Like Derek and Claire, I got as the winner. 33. Oh, I picked fucking Anthony and Spencer, or whatever the names were, right? The ones that like didn't come back from COVID.
Has been defeated.
Who did I pick 35? Why am I not remembering who I picked 35? Did I pick Greg and John?
You should all be
Did I really get 2 winners in a row? That's actually really funny if that is the case. Because I had no memory of that.
Spend your time wisely, so as not to leave any regrets.
So I ruined my streak here.
See. Well, we should probably get our goodbyes out of the way, shouldn't we?
They fucking doxed Bryce, yeah. Yeah, I remember when this was happening. When was this? Oh, not even a year ago.
No, I'm not disappearing. I'm just going back to where I came from. I was only born to protect
Let's see.
Toshiro's
Bryce
heart,
last
that's all I
tweeted.
remember. Now that his
Well, at least he
influence is gone,
retweeted April 11th.
it's time
So.
for me to go back into Toshiro's
Is he just like big in the... What is it, soccer? Is that what this is?
You can't
Big
cry,
soccer guy nowadays?
Toshiro.
A needless concern, I should say.
Positive Tactica. I enjoyed the gameplay of the game. It's not a particularly like deep game, but I did like how they translated like a lot of the general concepts of Persona 5 into a tactics game. Again, narratively, I don't really give a shit about this game at all. That's why I'm playing it on stream, is because I didn't give a shit at the point where I started playing on stream.
It's too early to be saying
But yeah, I enjoyed the like basic gameplay loop. It's not gonna be like it's not gonna be particularly high on my overall ranking.
Brief as it was,
Like you'll probably be like hovering around like number 10 or so.
not ever.
Let's actually take a quick
Won't tell you
look.
goodbye. I'll just say
Yeah, I would say like debate between better or worse than AC Mirage. Which would essentially put it at like 12 or 13.
Yusuke, Makoto, I was saved by your wisdom on many
Yeah, better or
occasions.
worse actually. I'm trying to
I
think
will
this
say
through right
goodbye.
now.
We'll meet again, okay?
I think I would go.
I know it in my head, but it still makes me sad.
I think I would have to go worse. I
It
think,
looks coolest if you make it short and sweet.
but
But
I still enjoyed the game for what it is. By the way, also next stream, I think I'm gonna play
Ryuji,
Bomb Rush
great
Cyberpunk.
deal from your
I think it's
hand.
what I decided.
If Toshiro ever loses his nerve
Which
again,
is a game I haven't
I'd like
played
you
at
to
all
snap
up
back
to this
his
point.
senses.
But it's a relatively short game. I should be able to finish in like 2 to 3 streams.
Were you
So I was like,
going
whatever.
already?
We'll play it on stream, I guess. Who is Bryce? It's a chatter that used to show up
Planning
pretty
to take you in as
consistently
my
and
apprentice.
be very messy in chat.
You know?
And just be like really horny and like talk about how much he wants to have sex with Lauren
What
O'Connell.
it takes to be a fancy
But yeah, he kind of like she started like showing up a lot less consistently, and then at this point, yeah, he hasn't been here in months. But yeah, it was a bit of a meme, I guess. He fucking loves Sean Edwards for some reason. What's funny too is like by that point, like he just didn't even show up in chat anymore outside of like times where he would just like randomly show up and just talk about how much he loves Sean Edwards. Because I think he like stopped like after 43, right? I think it's when he like stopped being as invested in Survivor. But yeah, I remember when the 45 cast came out, he just like instantly thought he thought Sean was a spoiled winner or something. I mean, it would have been funny if like Sean did end up winning.
Thank you, everyone.
And it's funny, even funnier because like obviously the way that Sean ends up turning out too. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, Bryce spoiled 42 at the finale episode, or the episode before, like yeah, penultimate episode. But yeah, that was also a thing.
The revolution is here.
Must simulate Survivor 41 100 times as Brad Reed's win at least once.
It's time for revolution.
Potentially once.
Stand up, Toshiro. Stand up.
For final 7. Wasn't it after the Marianne vote? Or fucking Marianne, after the Omer vote?
I won't doubt myself
They spoiled it. He actually could ruin Survivor for you? I mean,
no matter how many times I falter.
Like for me, I think Edgic is what's keeping me invested in Survivor. I think for me, it's the opposite. Because for me, it's like I can't watch any reality show without thinking about the Edgic of it. Or really, I can't watch any show just in general without thinking of like why is this here and what is the purpose of this and that sort of thing. What did Raccoon do in chat? I don't know. Raccoon shows up here and there. But yeah, obviously Raccoon used to be here like every stream too. But at times like these where the winner's so obvious it does ruin the fun of the finale. Yeah, kind of.
Everything looks normal outside too.
I think that is definitely a factor in like how less invested I feel like I am in the end game than a lot of other people are.
Where's Toshiro?
He came to that world in a different way than we did. So
Found 10 new companions that weren't there before. There's that many companions.
But how can we confirm that? Like, can we call the diet? Yeah, I think we'd sound really sus.
Raccoon's confirmed for 47. Thank God. Yeah, what's this? Time for me to get out of my comfort zone. I dare take a plunge. Oh yeah, he confirmed it. Thank God. Good for him. Game is called 100. So there's 100? I feel that's too many.
True.
They should have gone for like 10 heroes.
Press made when he went missing.
Do Final Jurors in New Era have a common thing in their edit?
Please be safe, Toshiro.
Not particularly. Like, I don't think there's 120? Then why is it called 100 heroes? They lied.
Toshiro.
Is Bryce banned? I have not banned Bryce. Oh, I banned his alt account. But I didn't ban Bryce himself.
Oh, I'm sure. I bet you were just running away from the pressure.
The only person, like, only real person that's banned is Dave. Like, Dave Quetzal, or whatever the fuck his name is. Which I believe is the name of a football player. But, like, that's, no, whatever. But, yeah, he's the only one that's banned. June 27th is the first presidential debate. Thank God. I can't wait. Penultimate juror is 100%. And two, that's not really a trend of New Era. That's just a trend in all of Survivor that usually, like, the first person out in the finale has a more subdued edit. Final jurors, I don't think is, like, as... like, there's not this, like, big, like, common trend necessarily with them. like, especially if we're just like looking at New Era, I think they're all like pretty different. Like Heather obviously has like no similarities to like Jesse. Obviously Jesse and Carson have similarities, but like I think that's just because they're games. But I think 43 is like a different edit. Where obviously like everything's just contextual. Like it's not like they're gonna subdue Carla's edit just because she's in 5th place. Like obviously they felt like she was a big character and felt like she was important to the season. Where like 43, I think the overall approach with 43 is that the way they looked at it was that the final 3 and 43 were like the not good players. And that they thought all the good players went out towards the end. They thought Cody, Carla, Jesse were the 3 best players this season. They all went out before the end. So, they're, like, I think from an editing perspective, their point of view is just like, well, we're just going to hype up these 3 players then. To where, like, I don't think there was, like,
This is where the next chapter
I think that was, like, their intention, was to, like, give the last 3 boots of that season a lot more focus. Yeah, that's essentially what Dave was doing.
Boy, is it toasty out today.
With weather this nice, it feels like spring's already in full swing, doesn't it?
I mean, the thing what Dave was doing was like just really obvious.
Maybe we should ask for some coffee.
For like, it depends. Like, there's a lot of like different things he was doing. Because it's like there's points where like he would just like state that like. Like he would like I remember back when 42. I remember 42 was one where like this one like was like super obvious. Or like he just like the episode before the Jenny boot. I think he said, "Do you think Jenny will be taken out in like a crazy trial or something like really dumb?" Like I was like, "That's super fucking specific. What the fuck are you talking about?"
Not surprising.
It's like he like essentially what they would do is that like he would clearly know spoilers, and then like ask me right before it happens. If do I think this thing will happen, like, and it would be like super specific to this, like, it's so dumb.
I'm not qualified to be prime
Julius under the roof for you.
father for his crimes.
Yeah, we're talking
First I think
criminal,
Cass
right?
should have won 43. Yeah, I don't really care that much.
And then he
I think in retrospect I would probably vote Gabler at this point.
about a lot to process.
Even though I said Cassie, obviously into who would I vote for. Again, having just rewatched 43, I think I probably actually would vote Gabler now. But it's not that big of a difference. It's like whatever. 6 places all have OTT edits. Is that the case?
Way things are going.
We got what?
I don't
Q.
see dust
Q
settling
is
for
Q
a while.
OTT? I don't know if Q's
But at least Toshiro
OTT.
kept his promise. That means his resolve was real.
I think he was definitely OTT at points, but I think his overall edit's probably complex, right?
Sure, but it's not only that.
Then obviously Jamie is someone that I would probably say is OTT.
He's definitely got guts.
Again, Drew's not OTT.
Not sure it's up for what next.
What was he thinking saying
Then
all
what?
that?
Cody's not really OTT.
Isn't there any way we can contact him? Like,
42. Who's 42 6th place? Omer's not OTT. Actually, none of these people are OTT. Like, what are we talking about? Really, it's like I feel like Jamie. Yeah, and like Danny's not OTT. Yeah, so it's really just Jamie. I feel like.
Waiting is our only option right now.
I guess you can make an argument for Q.
What aren't you
That Jamie existed until I said her 10 seconds ago. I remember Jamie because she just did a podcast for
My name is Representative.
with the B&B,
My name is Kasukabe.
which I listened to like 20 minutes of, and I probably won't finish it at this point because it's obviously outdated now. But I was actually surprised she was on there. Like, good for her. I didn't think she'd be involved in the Fire community at all.
Toshiro!
At this point,
Hey, you doing okay?
there's potential for some returnees before 50. No, Jeff has pretty much said no. Also,
Should I speak in feline? Meow.
like Jeff is like I think
You're making fun
like,
of me.
I feel very confident. No returnees.
It's just a temporary
Like, actually, we already know for sure 47, 48 are not returnees. Jeff also explicitly said in an interview that he does not want returnees before 50 because he wants 50 itself to be this big, like, he wants that to be the first ever returnee season since New Era. Like, he wants that to be, like, the big thing with 50, is that this is the returnee season.
Likely be arrested with their co-conspirators.
To where, like, if they do bring back people for, like, 49, then it, like, kind of undermines the overall, like, hype for 50.
Did well, Toshiro.
Anyway,
Overexposed?
Been tied up in
I don't
here
know. That's
for
the again. Jamie got
making normal
pretty
men
subdued at it, all things considered.
Figure out what I'm going to do now that I'm not a representative anymore.
And, like, even like Danny didn't get like that big of an edit.
I know I want to start over.
I don't think there is an actual correlation between like sixth placers.
I still don't know what kind of sentence I'll get. So maybe expecting a fresh start.
Like I think like the spots that there are like
Even so,
things to talk about in terms of like correlations. Obviously, winners, runners up,
I want to be the kind of
first out in
stand
finales.
and fight by their side.
I think I'm debating right now. Like, is there like something to like the mid merge nowadays, like the final 7, final 8 sort of boots? But obviously merge boot. I think split tribal boots. There's definitely commonalities at this point. Maybe actually, I think what it is. I think there's a lot of commonalities between the mid-merge boots, essentially. The people that were taken out after split tribal, but before like final 6. Like, I think that like middle grouping, it usually is, but I don't know how much of that is an editing thing and how much of that is just like those are big players nowadays, because like a lot of those people are taken out at that point in the game at this point.
That's a bold claim, Mr. Big Shot.
Who can Danny beat in a final 3 and 44? I think pretty much anybody but Jam Jam and Carson, probably. Maybe Lauren. I think Danny beats a lot of people.
Be sure to visit one day. All right then.
New horror movie. What is this?
Thank you, Phantom Thieves.
Buckle Up. Yeah, I never heard of it.
Oh wow! So Toshiro-san's going to try and become a politician again.
I assume this is an indie film, right?
No doubt it'll be a bumpy road.
O-Rate, Parties Cook Island game. She wins the final 3 against Adam and Candace. By that point, Survivor, it's assumed that there was a be a final 2.
No surprise there, though.
Yeah,
honestly,
fair.
it'd be strange if they didn't go after them. No matter how admirable your
Yeah,
ideals
sure.
may be,
It's like, sure.
at the end of the day, it's the constituents that get to decide.
It still doesn't change the fact that if she did make final 3, she guaranteed wins.
More than that. You'll be behind the starting line.
3, I do think she is the most likely to win final immunity of those 3.
Toshiro said he was going to fight, and this only shows
But,
just
yeah,
how
sure.
serious he was.
Rank new era seasons. Like it's probably like 45 is the best. 44 is the worst.
No regrets about what that meant. Regardless of how things began, he still learned a great deal.
Okay, so I think where I'm at right now, I think 45 is the best.
We certainly
41 and 46 are probably back to back.
everyone will understand what
Um, Not entirely sure which one's better than the other at this point. Then 42, then 43, then 44.
That's true. We wouldn't want Toshiro and Arena to laugh.
What Major Race season had the highest viewership? I believe it's like, obviously it's an earlier one, but is it like season 4? I think. I think it's like a random season like that, like one that you would not really expect.
Crap. I'm looking at extra classes if I don't put up a good fight against that quiz tomorrow.
Let's see, I have it here.
I see.
No, it's not season 4. I'm an idiot. It's season 6? No, season 7. Which actually makes a lot of sense because Boss Robin Amber hype and everything too. Yeah, it's season 7.
Fighting you instead.
Was the highest rated season. 13 million viewers.
I'm confiscating that
Pretty good
candy as punishment.
for Amazing Race.
Hey, stop! You'll spill them.
Number 2 is season... Oh, no, it's not season 6. What is that? That's season 12? Well, season 12 got pretty good ratings. Holy shit. Oh, no, actually not. Season 17 is number 2. Not what I would have expected at all. It is actually funny, though, how, like, Amazing Race ratings have just, like, completely dropped. Or, like, you look at, like... What was that? Season 34 had 4.65 million viewers. When just like 10 years ago, it had over double that. 17 sucks. I didn't love 17.
Maybe that's how this flame of revolution gets passed on.
But I know a lot of people do love 17, right? Can't wait for it to end Tori. I wouldn't be opposed to Tasha return. I'm not like dying for it either, though.
I agree.
I think what I'm interested in seeing my Persona 3 opinions is how I like things like social links. Ever since Persona 3 is how they began. Yeah, so I was listening to Lasers talk about it. Like, from the way he was talking about it, he said that they were, like, better than Persona 5. And that, like, Persona 3 is, like, a much more, like, focused game. Which, yeah, interesting to see how that goes. Okay. Oh, that's the name of the in a Violent Nature is the name of the thing. So you're just following the perspective of the serial killer. Yeah, what a masterpiece this game is. Can I not skip this? You can't skip the credits. Cool. Worst Survivor season rating wise, it's probably one of the later ones. I don't know. Is it like 41 maybe? Because I know Survivor's been going up slightly recently. But if I were to guess, I would say it's one of the early New Era seasons. Well, actually, too, I don't believe they do individual ratings anymore. I think it's like in blocks. Yeah, it's by year. So actually, it is 33, 34. But I believe ratings did go up for 45. Oh yeah, I forgot. You can see the premiere and finale ratings. Yeah, so 44. Yeah, 44 seems to be the lowest rated season. 46, I believe, is lower than 45, but still higher than 44. But it's still decent. Survivor's not in any danger, really. I think it would be an astronomically dumb move if they were to ever end Survivor anytime soon. I wouldn't say better, but it's needed they actually hang out after school and they're fully voice acted. Oh, really? It's actually fully voice acted? That's cool. Do you think Amazing Race 4 would be the last season? Probably not. I think Amazing Race is this kind of show that, I just think the CBS likes to have in the back burner in the case of, them needing something. I don't think it'll ever be, as consistent as Big Brother Survivor at this point. Where, those are, locked in their specific time slots every year. But I think Amazing Race is kind of, their backup show. To where, I think they'll always have, a season planned at all times, but when it airs will be a question mark. Is Survivor the best reality show of all time? I would have it as that. I would I obviously love The Genius. I think The Genius is probably Genius is definitely a show that had the most potential to overtake it, but I think at this point I would still say Survivor's the best overall show. So even modern Survivor, which obviously isn't as good as what it could be, I still think it's still better than most other shows that are out there. Where I genuinely I just have so much respect for the overall production of Survivor, which I think is something that probably gets a bit overshadowed. And I don't mean obviously the creation, but I mean more so the editing, the attention to detail that there is with the show, to where obviously I disagree with a lot of Jeff's current philosophies on the show and how they're approaching the game and all that sort of stuff. But when we're just looking at it from a Ketchy, was it Ketchy in this game? Wait. They were in this game? Were they in the side missions? Whatever. Or are they in DLC? Is that a thing? Anyway. But where was I? I completely forgot what I was talking about. Oh, they're DLCs. Okay, that's so stupid, but fine. They're definitely not grander than anything in 5, and you can only get fusion experience boosts from them. Okay, the social links we're talking about. Yeah, so it's yeah, we'll see how I feel. I'm excited to give it a shot. Yeah, even weaker US seasons are still great as a TV product. I would agree. Yeah, like even though I really don't like Australian Outback as a Survivor season, I still think it's better than most other seasons of reality television. Oh yeah, that's what I was talking about. I was talking about like how much care gets put into the product. Yeah, like I just think like again, just looking at how the show is edited, I think like the editing of Survivor is essentially like I think if like again we're like comparing it to like the world of film or whatever, like if we're comparing it to the world of film, like I think essentially Survivor is like an art house film, where like I think just like so much care is put into the edit and like how like storylines play out and like how much foreshadowing there is to where like I just have like so much respect for that aspect of Survivor, which is part of again what makes me so connected to the edgic of the show, where like in comparison to something like Australian Survivor, like Australian Survivor just feels like an action movie. It feels like something that like there's no real depth there in the edit. It's like, yeah, you can tell who's gonna win because of like who has like a major focus and that sort of thing, but like it's not as interesting to me. Where like Survivor, there's a lot of nuances in how the show is portrayed and like how they want specific people to be looked at and like how much care they like actually care about like the result of the season. To where it's like, yeah, again, I just have like so much appreciation for like that aspect of the show. Like how melancholic it is. I mean, yeah, I hear that's like the Persona 3 is like a lot darker, right? Which I mean, to be fair, Personas 1 and 2 are also very dark, right? So like 3 is essentially just like that evolution from that, but like just obviously like adding in a lot of these like aspects that are now common in the modern Persona games. Alright, can this credits end? Or should I just switch over anyway? I will be playing Last of Us, doing a no return run. I kind of feel like I should wait for the credits. SMT is generally dark, yeah. But yeah, like Persona 5 though is one that like doesn't feel as dark. Like there's definitely like still dark themes in the game for sure, but like as a whole, it definitely feels not as dark as what I would have expected from a Shin Megami Tensei game. They should bring the money steal? What are we talking about? Did a challenge? Oh, yeah, I'll be fine with that. Okay, what? Like, what? Why is this part of the game here? Like, really, I wouldn't be opposed to like more shows doing it. Obviously, like with Survivor and Big Brother, it doesn't really work. At least with when it comes to like the grand prize. But yeah, I wouldn't be opposed to like more shows doing that sort of thing. Hardcore SMT fans don't like how Persona has animated itself. Yeah, I know that is the thing. Oh, dude, that'd be so funny if Amazing Race did that. I mean, like, obviously that would be like, it would be unfair, right? Because like, obviously, like people that are in like people that are married don't have the worry of like your partner's gonna steal the money from you, as opposed to like, I don't know, if you're like friends or something, where there's like less of a. Either way, like obviously Amazing Race, I think it would be very unlikely that you actually steal the money, but it would be funny if someone actually did. Oh, thank God. Thank God we got to see what happened to Toshiro and Arena. Yeah, actually, yeah, if they redid like 29 format, they should do that. That would be. I mean, but that's not Amazing Race though. Like Amazing Race would hate that. Like the actual production team. But yeah, again, 29 is one of the best modern seasons. I mean, I think there's definitely a reason to try that out again.
Looks like I finally caught up.
I've been waiting.
I love how I'm talking over this scene. Well, you see Zach Wurtenberger return. I would be opposed to it. I'm not like dying for it for 50 in particular, but yeah, if there's like a random second chance season not too long after that, like, yeah, fine. Obviously by then it'll be like so far out, but Amazing Race for reality TV rivals would be fun. Yeah, yeah. I want reality showdown too, but I don't think that's a theme that Amazing Race seems to particularly like. Yeah, thank God, Aerie lives. My favorite character. All right, there we go.
I should write that down.
Save there. How long did this take me? Oh, it doesn't even fucking say? Thank you for that. I would assume like 28 hours. Oh, it literally says right there. Okay, yeah, 28 hours. CBS Force 31 to be reality TV show event? I believe so, yeah. I don't know if they like forced, but I think definitely they were like leaning in and say, hey, you know, do good ratings. Like I think it's like the winners at war situation. Where again, that wasn't Jeff's idea. Like, what's his name? Kelly something, right? Kelly Call, is that his name? Anyway, he was president of CBS. He went to Jeff and said, hey, you know what? 40 should be all winners. And he's like, oh, yeah, that is a good idea. I think that's probably more of what it was. I feel like 31 was a random number. Yeah. I mean, I think that's a point, though, where Amazing Race was pretty much dead. Like, Amazing Race was like... I think we're at the point now where, like, I think the show's relatively safe to be just, like, brought back as, like, the backup show. I think at that point, I think Amazing Race was actually in danger. Like, 30 was a season that they clearly did not give a shit about. To where, like, I think 31 was this, like, thing of, like, CBS being like, okay, we're gonna give you, like, another shot. But it has to be, like, this sort of thing. Thoughts on you? I talked about it a lot already, but exciting. Outside ads, like, I expect a lot of the same people I was already expecting. Also, still don't fully know. Do I think BB30 will be All Stars? Probably not. I don't think they gave a shit on Big Brother. Alright, I think I'll switch over games. Again, stream will cut out for like 30 seconds. I'll be back after that. We'll be doing Last of Us, so see you then.